Hello. Hi, Wander. Congrats on second. Hi, Z. Thank you for the dailies. Congrats on... Let me double check. 22 stamps. That's what it was. 22 stamps. Oh, and congrats on the first two. And thank you for the 3 stream streak. Oh my god. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're doing well today. How's Wander second? Well, you can redeem it in any order, and Wander specifically chooses to go for second because there's normally less contention for second, I think. I don't know why Wander actually chooses second on his own. You're gonna have to ask Wander that one. But there's less contention for second normally. They say second is the best. First is normally way more contentious between people. I don't think anyone's had like a streak on first for a while. Let me double check. Third is the one with the hairy chest. I think he's lost the plot. I think he's lost the plot. Yeah, Broke had the longest first streak at a solid 3, but first is never consistent. Wonder's on a 6 streak for second. It's weird. But how you doing? How you doing? Oh my god, I think I probably sound like insanely tired. Steal second from Wonder? Definitely. Make it more contentious. I could have traded places with you. My life could have been better of you. Think I might be sick in the head. Wasting all the time in my bed. I like the song. It's also a fitting song for this game. Kind of. The most fitting I could find that I've been listening to recently. Yeah, how you doing? I feel like I sound really tired today. I kinda am. I stayed up till 6 a.m. yesterday. I stayed up till 6 a.m. yesterday night. Or I guess today. Yeah, this morning, I guess. But honestly, well worth staying up. And I slept till 1 anyways. I've been so bed-rotty today. It is insane how much I've been just bed-rotting. But I did write a little bit more. I think after I end stream today, I am actually gonna finish up chapter 17. So we're looking good. We're looking good. Hopefully with finishing up chapter 17, I'll also start and maybe finish up chapter 18. I don't think this game's very long left, is what I want to say. Today's the first day I'm not sick, so I'm great. Oh, wait, I'm so glad to hear you're not sick anymore, Z. But so behind on everything, that happens. Just take it slow, take your time with it. The best way to think about being behind on things is take it one thing at a time. So just go do your one thing, get it done, focus on that. Next thing, don't think about what's ahead of that. Just think about the thing you have to do. And you'll slowly chip away at that workload until it's finished. Nice, congrats. Thank you. I'm getting back into the vibe of it. Wait, I am not on the scene. I've been moving around and talking and puppeting and all of that. But I was not on the scene. Whoopsies. But yeah, I'm looking forward to writing more. I'm glad I have way more free time. I'm looking forward to writing more. Watched the JJK movie yesterday. God, Demon Slayer is just the worst thing in terms of recaps. That when I watch the JJK recap, I'm like, this is how you should handle a recap. Gunshot, sicko. Sycrocratic. Try. That didn't play. Is it because it's still loading the bang? Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you for the Ultra Instinct. Don't take it slow. It's all gonna fall apart. Your life is gonna... Fate's right, but wonders how I act anyway. Anyhow, honestly, me too. Me too. Only when the deadlines get close, though. When the deadlines aren't there, I'm like, yeah, I got time. Yeah, I got time. Yeah, I got time. But yeah, I watched the JJK movie yesterday, the recap one, alongside the 2 new episodes. Or 1 new episode? 2 new episodes, I think. They're so good. It's so beautiful. And then I watched the ORV movie, and it was doo. Recap? Yeah, the JJK movie is a recap of the entire Shibuya arc, plus 2 new episodes of the new arc. They do it so well, though. What up, Synchro? How you doing? Yawning. Okay, fun. If y'all don't know, I'll be watching Synchro build a PC in his Discord next Wednesday. So look forward to that. After seeing Kaiji recap movie, I don't believe. Nah, because I had the experience of the Demon Slayer recap movie. I had the experience of the Demon Slayer recap movie, which was absolutely terrible. So trust me when I say the JJK one is good. Self-promo time? I already promoed you. If you talk anymore, I'm gonna strike you with lightning. I gotta add RAM and an M2, so I feel for Synchro. What's an M2? RAM was annoying to add into my PC because I had to push... I don't know, I was scared of pushing too hard. SSD, okay, got you. I don't think I put in my SSD right. There's like slots in the PC where you're supposed to put it in, right? I just kind of plugged it in and kind of just chucked it somewhere in the case. I mean, it's like in the slot, it's just not, you know, like mounted in the slot, you know? It's working. I can say that, it's working. It's just not mounted in there. Damn, he's replying to himself. It's those little sticks that go right on the MOBO. What's an MOBO? Oh no. Motherboard. Oh, motherboard. Motherboard. With the RAM prices now, I better get it right. Or you snap it in half and you get another one, Synchro. And you wait another 6 months. Man, I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I have to wake up. I have to wake up better. Dink dink, thank you, Wonder. Yeah, we're playing Soundless today. Soundless will be fun. Or depressing, one of the two. We're gonna get stoned today, but not in the cool, fun way where you see the moon different, but in the way where they throw rocks at you. RAM prices are so absurd. I did the bad thing of getting different RAM brands and speeds, but they both work with my computer, so it'll be fine, probably. Oh yeah, totally. Totally. Soundless Zone 0. Oh my god. SSS. Like a snake. That's rough. Yeah! This game, to describe what's happening in this game, I'm essentially, we're part of this cult town, and we got taken from our parents because our parents said we could see miracles, and we were blessing people for a while, And then it turns out we went outside and drank the water, so now everyone views us as this evil charlatan of evil stature and demonic takings. But we also see bugs in our vision, so that could also be another issue. But because of that, now our like status is reduced, everyone hates us, they try to beat us up, etc., etc. All of that, you know. The classics. So I don't know if we're actually getting stoned, but my guess is we might be based on just the setting. But it is modern. It's a modern tragedy, so maybe instead of getting stoned, we'll get shot. I don't expect good things for our character's life, essentially. Am I streaming tomorrow? No. No, I'm not. Getting shot's definitely preferable. It would hurt less. I guess it depends where you get shot, though. It would depend. Yeah, no stream tomorrow, but I'll be on Honey's stream for Fortnite. Oh my god, I'm gonna try swapping out my keyboard switches tomorrow. I've been meaning to clean out my keyboard. So I'm gonna try swapping in different switches for my keyboard as well while I'm cleaning it out and seeing how that goes. And if I come back with a broken keyboard, rest in peace. But this is a hot swappable keyboard, so I should be able to just swap the keyboard switches. Should be able to. I take getting shot anywhere and bleeding out over getting stoned to death. What if you get shot in, like, the toe? And they don't let you bleed out, but they stop the bleeding, cauterize it, and then they keep shooting you in non-lethal places, and they keep stopping the bleeding. I think that would be the one scenario where I'd just rather get stoned. I think. Actually, damn, it really depends. What a lovely topic. I know, right? It's a fitting one. But yeah, I'm gonna swap in different keyboard switches. And that way I won't have to, like, swap keyboards to play Osu each time. I should just be able to use this keyboard to play Osu. But I'm low-key worried this keyboard's dying because its connection has been really weird recently. I did throw up a keyboard on my throne. Yeah, I threw up a keyboard on my throne, but it's expensive, so it's very expensive, but it's there. You like keyboards that intimidate me for some weird reason. I've built a keyboard. I built 2 keyboards before, so I'm not too worried. I'm mostly just worried about, like, well, one, cleaning it. That's gonna be an issue for sure. And then putting the keycaps back in the right place. Yeah, I think it should be fine, but there's always a chance of shorting the keyboard or the PCB and just dying a painful death. Keyboards are surprisingly not too bad if you have, like, a kit and they're hot swappable. Soldering is where you get into more danger 1000 degree metal territory. But yeah, I threw up, like, a Hall Effect keyboard on my throne. I don't expect it to be bought or anything, but it's there. But yeah, it's expensive, so bleh. There it is. Okay, let's play some Soundless. Let's play some Soundless. Oh god. For a game called Soundless, the sounds in this game mess me up. Alright, it might be too loud again, right? Or is it good? This game's audio has been destroying me. I feel like it might be too loud. It's loud for me. And it's breaching. Yeah, and a bit loud? Okay, okay. Kinda loud? Okay, okay. It's like just this theme specifically. How's this? I halved the volume. Halved? Halved. I halved the volume. How's this for y'all? It's surprisingly loud on OBS, but it should be better? Seems like no? Okay, okay. Wonder, you back together? You put yourself together? Oh my god, I have Sour Patch Kids as well. I shouldn't be eating these on stream because they just stopped me from talking. But I bought Sour Patch Kids yesterday. And by bought, I mean it like came in the combo meal. It came in the combo meal of popcorn and drink. And I had a vanilla Coke. And I have lunch and dinner for tomorrow. Also known as popcorn. Also known as popcorn. They do. They do, Z. You get a large popcorn, a large drink, and candy. And if you go with someone, you can get double of those for a slightly reduced cost as well. But not bad. Popcorn is more of a snack. It is. I mean, it's all carbs after all. But that popcorn bag is big enough that it literally fills me for the whole day. I just can't eat anymore after that, so I've just considered it a full meal, a full day or two's worth of meals. W popcorn. Okay. There's a flashback, by the way. The head told everyone what happened to me, and so the abuse began. That it sounds like a lot of calories. It's probably like... Actually, let's find out. Let's see. I think they have a nutrition guide. If I recall correctly, they have a nutrition guide. Let's see. Nutritional info. A large pack of popcorn is 1,000 calories. Actually, not bad. That's surprisingly not bad. It's super low in calories, tell you vandalism, the ton of butter, and then it's super high. The butter would do it. Vandalism? I just went with it because I thought you were making poetry like with like graffiti, but you're using butter instead. How did it add vandalism? I just thought you were making like poetry, like an art form, like you were talking about like graffiti, except, you know, with popcorn butter. Oh, I don't know. What were you going for? Vandalism's a tough one to auto to. Yeah, wait, 1,000's not bad. I'm not cool enough to do poetry. You know what? Fair enough. Poetry's hard in general, though. Yeah, 1,000's not bad. I was doing ad. Oh. I have. I don't know, Z. My keyboard is drunk? I think so. Maybe you need the new switches. Yeah, actually. Damn, I should just eat popcorn from now on. What do you mean it's only 1,000 calories? Damn, W popcorn. I'm just gonna eat that. How much is a large Coke? 520 calories. Oh, it's half of the popcorn. Interesting. Anyways. Anytime I mess up typing like this, it's always my phone being dumb. That's fair. Phones can be very dumb sometimes. Okay. So yeah, we're in a flashback right now. After we got sent to our room with no dinner, or not a lot of dinner, because the Holy Saintess has a split personality, and today was the crash out personality. The head told everyone what happened to me, and so the abuse began. I lost my status as someone to worship, and as such, no longer had the privilege of staying home from school. The good thing was that I saw Delilah again after so long. But she looked tired, exhausted, horrified even. For a month, nobody really knew what to do with me. They avoided me, sure. Some even sneered at me. Those were the kids who hated being dragged in to see me. But nobody really tried to approach me. At worst, people would deface my desk, and they did it often. And sometimes the head would hit me when I acted out, but in the privacy of the church. When I pointed out there was a beetle on the teacher in the middle of class, the lesson would pause for a minute so that Delilah could say a prayer. That was all. Oh yeah, we were also almost drowned, I think. I didn't quite mind the isolation, but I didn't like it either. I'd stare blankly out the window, doing catch-up as everyone else enjoyed their recess. I didn't mind the One day, in the distance, I spotted a girl getting pushed around. I knew her. Her name was Clara. She would come in the church time and time again, trying and failing to take the Acolyte acceptance test. She'd always fix her previous mistake, but end up making a different one. Eventually, she gave up. I never thought I'd see her again. The boy, who I'd learn later was Faust, tugged at her strangely long bangs. Thank you for the dailies, bro. Congrats on 52 stamps. I cracked open the window so I could hear them. What's up with your bangs? Don't you ever cut them? She pouted. I'm not cutting my bangs. Cutting them means I can't be an acolyte. What up, bro? How you doing? First of all, idiot, you've got no chance of being one. And second, stop mumbling like that. You sound stupid. That's just how I talk, dummy. You're so weird. Is your whole family filled with stupid people? The boy tugged at her bangs again. You might as well just cut these, really. No chance for a dumb freak to become an acolyte. A little eepy, but nothing much. Oh, I got you. Same, honestly. Every day, they'd go through the same routine. And at some point, Faust and his friends started to beat her. Initially, they merely shoved her on the ground, but it escalated into slaps and punches. And I would watch the beatings without telling anyone, nor stepping in myself. This is why Clara hates us. I was so detached from this town and the people at this school that it was like a spectacle to me. I wanted to see how far they'd go, how badly they'd hurt her. You know, this is probably why Clara doesn't actually like us. I knew it was wrong, and yet I did nothing to change that. Clara noticed. A particularly bad day, she got up off the ground and noticed me watching. Every day after that, she would check to see if I was watching. I made no effort to hide what I was doing. Why? Our character might be insane, actually. He'd give me the same look every time, an expression that cried, "We're in the same boat, so please help me," over and over. I never gave her what she wanted. The bullying stopped the day Delilah stepped in. She stood in front of Clara protectively. Cut that out. So what if she can't become an acolyte? That doesn't mean you need to hurt her. Who are you to talk, you church hound? Clara here, you see, she's done nothing. Go away. Shut up! You can't tell me what to do. Faust laughed at Delilah. She responded by slamming her palm into his chin. Faust bit his tongue and stumbled back, rubbing his chin. Isn't biting your tongue, like, really scary in that situation? Because it can literally kill you. Because you'll just bleed out or something like that? Whatever. His voice wobbled as if he were about to cry. Defeated, he left with his friends. I stared at her in awe, my mouth open. Thank you for the streak, by the way, Broke. Congrats on the 7. Ooh, 7. Thank you, Broke. It was heroic. It was something a hero would do. Just like she said, Delilah became a hero. Delilah bent down. Are you alright? Mm-hmm, just fine. Clara sniffled and tried not to touch any of her bruises. If it means anything, I like your bangs. Huh? Really? Delilah nodded. It's a sign of your devotion. From that day on, Clara followed Delilah around like a lost puppy. And that was when my own abuse truly began. Faust had nothing to do with his free time anymore. He tried and messed with other people, but they'd either give him an unsatisfying reaction or get violent. One day, after a bad vision of mine, he snickered. He had an idea. After school, he approached me, dragging Delilah along. Clara followed, along with two of Delilah's fans, who would later become Clara's friends. Fans to friends! Hey, Mercy. I stopped and turned. Yes? We have to do some exploding. It's expulsive. Delilah wrestled her wrist out of Faust's grip. Why did you drag me here? Because you're the explode girl. Come on, make Mercy go boom. Delilah sighed and held out her hands. She recited a short prayer and walked away. Faust groaned. Ah, come on. I know there's cooler stuff than that. Wait, Miss Delilah. The one who spoke up was Clara. Her bullies conditioned the mumbling out of her. Maybe she needs a harsher ritual. How does Faust get away with all this? So he's like a kid, right? And they're all kids. And this is a cult town. So a little beating people up repeatedly is probably something you overlook, right? Over time. In a cult town is what I'm assuming. Honestly, what he's mostly doing is just bullying. And I feel like only recently, over the past couple of years, has bullying been like more looked at. But I think in a modern Salem town, they don't have that like recency of looking into bullying more, you know? So it's likely just dismissed. I swear he has to be breaking some of their rules. Well, he does, right? Like, remember he got in trouble and like his father was angry at him and we just caught them outside of their house as Faust was just getting pummeled by, you know. So he's definitely breaking rules. But I think the bullying he can kind of sneak away with because I don't think they regard it as highly as, say, a more like actual modern society town would be like. You know? And Delilah's... I want to say Delilah's more reactive than active. As a person, it feels like. Delilah's this whole like cool hero they've hyped up like through a lot of this game so far, but the way her like personality and character works is she's more reactive to situations. as opposed to being proactive in situations. But has he broken less rules than Mercy? Well, that's the difference, Wander. Mercy is held to the standard of being a holy priest child, or a holy miracle child. That's the difference. No one really expects anything out of good old Faust, right? But when it comes to Mercy, she was the golden child. The one everyone would bring their own children to see to be blessed by, who fell from grace. The standard is different between them. And then after that, she's just an easy target for everyone. Tax evasion for all I know? Well, you're wrong, because they're children. But yeah, that's the difference. Like, well, Faust is like definitely worse and has probably broken way more rules than Mercy could ever dream of breaking. Faust is essentially just no one expects anything of Faust. He's not held to that same standard that Mercy is. F these kids. You're not wrong. I do hate them all. What up, Jay? How you doing, boss? Maybe she needs a harsher ritual. Maybe she needs a harsher ritual. I don't feel safe leaving her with only a prayer anymore. Did we find the sound yet? It's blaring in my ears. I'm actually waiting for the sound to go away at this point. Hi, Kuroko. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I see. It should be in the settings. You're right! It is in the settings. But if I get rid of this sound, then what about the future sound? What if the future sounds better? How you doing, Kuroko? I hope you're doing well. How are you? How are you? I see. Let's see, what can we do? I was thinking, maybe we can try the one where we have to slap every point of her body. Delilah seemed hesitant, but Faust was overjoyed. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm a little sleepy because I was up till like 6 a.m. last night. But honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I started writing again, finally. And I'm finally gonna finish up a chapter 17 after I end stream today, and hopefully start on chapter 18. And then I've just been chilling and playing games today, and then this. It's been a pretty good day. I'm planning on even swapping out my keyboard switches tomorrow as well, and doing some cleaning on my keyboard too. 6 a.m. League? No. You sicko. No one's playing League at 6 a.m. Synchro. I was spreading the holy gospel of T-bait. And thank you for the dailies as well, Kuroko. I appreciate it. Congrats on the 13 stamps. Oh boy, 6 a.m. Wander, go to bed at 6 a.m. As him and his friends closed in on me, Clara stared at me in the same way I stared at her. And she would continue to stare at me like that for as long as I knew her. What I did was bad, and my curse is my own fault. I brought this punishment upon myself. It was all my fault. I deserved it. How you doing, boss? How are you today? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Wake up loaf for 6 a.m. League? I wouldn't be awake for 6 a.m. League. Screw waking up loaf at 6 a.m. for League. I'm not waking up or being awake at 6 a.m. for League of Legends. League of Legends is a fun, like, between, let's say, 4 p.m. to, at latest, 4 a.m. activity. Anywhere past that is no longer League of Legends time. That emote combo, Wander. I'll wake you and him up for 6 a.m. League. I won't be joining. You would not be waking me up, Wander. I can assure you. If I'm asleep, none of your messages are getting responded to until I wake up. Yo, thank you for the 10 straight Kuroko. Oh my god, 10 is insane. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wake up Loaf at 6 a.m. to tell him to go back to sleep. You know what, WJ? But nah, I ain't playing League at 6 a.m. I would have to be having a very bad day or hate myself a lot that day if I wanted to play League of Legends at 6 a.m. Factually. Respectable. There's you know, it's just that time of day is not the League time of day where you find anyone happy. You do not find happy people at that time of day for League of Legends. Hello, what up, Sia? How you doing? How you doing? I woke up again and got dressed for school. We're gonna get stoned in game, but by rocks, and not when the moon looks different. When I passed by Ia that day, her eye was red for the second day in a row. I hurried past her and out the door, making my way to school without stopping, not even for a drink. I had a bad feeling. It didn't help that I woke up that morning tasting bugs on my tongue. Sheesh, W getting wrong stoned. How you doing, Sia? I hope you're doing well. Yo, congrats on finishing the stuff, by the way. Doing good? I need this break? Yes. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm ready to start sleeping in more. I am very ready for that. Thank you, boy, for the dailies and the 10 stamps. Congrats on the 10. How you doing, boy? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. Behave! What the? That's crazy. And W, hey, good to hear. Anyways. Well, y'all, I'm doing good. I went out for a movie last night. Came home. It was peak. Watched another movie later in the night. It was not peak. And then I've just been chilling today. Festively vibing. Ooh, festively. Let's go. How are the festive vibes going? What do you see? I saw the JJK movie, boss. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Just got home from my bike ride. Ooh, nice. I hope you had a fun bike ride. Bike rides are such a vibe. They're so good. Yeah, I watched the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, boss. Delilah was about to do her usual training. If I stay quiet and don't move, I'll be fine. That was what I told myself the whole day. The din of the classroom didn't interest me as I packed my bag to leave. A hand slammed down on my desk. I like how you said the whole name because you know I'm not a weeb like that. I got you, boss. I had to cover it for you. I mean, you watched all of To Be Hero in like 2 days or like 1 night though. Did you start Link Click, by the way? Or are you holding on that still? A hand slammed down on my desk. It shook my only pencil off the edge and onto the ground. I didn't even move to grab it, but Faust slammed his foot down on it anyways. Mercy, what's wrong? You're looking at my foot like you want it to move. His friend pointed his slender finger at my face. Oh no, could it be she sees something on your foot? I don't see anything. The boy kicked my desk. Come on, of course you see something. I keep forgetting to ask you what the name of it was, but now I know. Okay. Okay, got you. Yeah, Link Click. And if you ever get into reading a manhwa, the beginning after the end, please, 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 I need more people to read it. Come on, of course you see something. If we caught you lying, we might have to tell the head boss. Don't know what they do at the church to keep all that impurity in check, but if it's making you clam up, it can't be good. Faust got close to my face. His breath smelled rancid. Come on, just let us take care of it. We'll be way gentler than they are, right, boys? They nodded. Their grins were so wide, their faces seemed to split in half. Now, I love reading comics, but I can't get into reading them backwards. It's so confusing. This one's not backwards. This one's just a scroll down, boss. Since it's a webtoon manhwa, you scroll down to read it. Say no more. Easy. Their grins were so wide, their faces seemed to split in half. Great, let's go. Mercy, grow a spine, please. Where is my spine? Oh, where is my spine? The next moment, I was on the muddy ground behind some buildings, struggling and wreathing. My tormentors stood around me in a circle. A kick in my ribs. A kick in my arms. A kick aiming directly for the shin. If they were feeling daring, they went for the face. But they knew if they killed me, they'd suffer a worse fate. Even if it was someone filthy, murder was unacceptable. The guilty must pay double for their sin. That was how the law was handled. It all ended in crucifixion and torture for those who dared to violate the rules of this town. No mercy for mercy! No mercy for mercy! No mercy for mercy! Stay down, you bitch! A foot pushing against my spine slammed me right into the ground. Ah, there's my spine. Gone. What are these sound effects? They're the getting beaten up ones. The impact left me winded. I think they're the default RPG Maker ones, actually. I felt things crawling on me. A flower beside me whispered, "No mercy for mercy," and stung me as my cheek brushed against it. Rain from last night made the ground all muddy and wet. Faust laughed and spoke, but his lips didn't match what he was saying. Mercy gets no mercy. A kick in my jaw. Something white fell out of my mouth. Blood filled my mouth and spilled over my bottom lip. Did we just lose a tooth? It stopped earlier than usual. This is getting boring. We do this every week. Don't we have anything else? Like weapons? Oh hey, I got it. My dad has some of those things they use. The ones from 5 years ago? The mud beneath my fingernails hardened. Little black bugs crawled out of the cracking mud, pouring out of my fingers. They crawled all over my hands and melted into the ground. Faust laughed knowingly. Oh, I remember that. My mom had a blast, that's for sure. Did you bring any? No, but come on. Town's small enough, go grab some. Faust's right, you're just being lazy. The little black bugs crawled into my mouth. They tasted like dirt. Did an update and came back to Faye getting jumped. Yeah, it's what I expected to happen, honestly. Fine, whatever. I'll go get them. You owe me. I kick him in the leg. He walked away. To occupy their time, they sat down on me. Mercy, it's your civil duty to be our bench right now. You're doing great. Always do your duties. Always. I couldn't reply. There were too many bugs in my mouth. This didn't satisfy Faust. Pulling my head back by my ponytail, he looked me right in the eyes. He didn't have a mouth. I gasped. You have to do your duty, Mercy. I saw you struggle. You're not supposed to struggle. It's your job. You have to take the beatings, Mercy, or you'll never get better. Thank you for the dailies, Giddy. Congrats on the 31 stamps. I hope you're doing well today. You won't be good at anything. As if to emphasize his point, he tugged my hair harshly and let then go. My head fell back into the mud with a slop. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So maybe if you're nice enough to me, I'll leave you alone, right? She doesn't reply to anything when she's losing it like that. Pisses me off. Me too. Just talk, it's not that hard. What's wrong with her? Nothing, that's what. She thinks she's got it so bad. The boy sitting next to Faust shifted his weight, putting more pressure on my back. A small amount of air traveled out of my lungs and through my closed throat, creating a squeak. He laughed. I don't think we're getting saved. The sound of metal hitting metal altered the boys. They got off me. Just kidding. I caught my breath. Guys, I got the stuff. Never mind, we're screwed. Sweet. What's all here? Wow, it's definitely them. Your dad keeps this kind of crap. Yep, same ones they used when they tried that group chick. The exact same ones. Obviously not, idiot. You gotta get rid of dirty sin stuff in the river. Oh yeah. In that moment, I realized what was going to happen to me. My face filled with terror as they took out the sharp poles. I think we're gonna die. I think there wasn't a lot of game left because I think we're gonna die. Funkabert, hello? We deserve this, yeah? We drank river water, which means we're the evilest person to ever exist in the universe. That's why this is happening to us, yeah? It's because we went out, we snuck out and drank river water. That is the only reason this is happening to us. Side-eye! A pole dug into my calf and wedged itself in my muscle as I tried to crawl away. It didn't reach bone, but it was enough to stop me in my already weakened state. One of the recent updates to mobile Twitch, now when you have it on full screen, there's 3 buttons on the right for subscribing, channel points, and cheers. Interesting. I don't think I update my Twitch mobile often. Huh, interesting. That sounds weird. Getting stabbed by long spiky poles is a family tradition. Well, we don't know what our family traditions are because our parents left us. The offender made himself known with a dry laugh. Now, Mercy. What did I tell you about struggling? He wiggled the pole around in my leg, making the wound wider. This is your duty. An obligation given to you by the group. Something we've all been burdened with. Yours is real important. You know, I think today's content is gonna be insane. There we go. You know, yeah, last time we played this games, it wasn't. I think today is off to an already great start of this, so I should put that pin there. Yours is real important. Faust pulled out the pole, the wound now exposed to the open air, stung. It was as if a void had opened my leg. This is not free Robux. There will never be free Robux here. Better late than never. You know, you just roll with the punches. For a few minutes, the only sound was the wind picking up. The boy with the bony fingers spoke up. Hey, this is actually kind of gross. What are you, a chicken shit? Can you only handle it when someone else is doing the prodding? Roll with the stab, exactly. Actually, I didn't watch it, I just heard it. Come on, it's refreshing. Watch. Faust grabbed the boy's wrist and forced him to stab me. It was a lot shallower than the last jab, but it hurt all the same. He pulled it out himself and started to breathe heavily from the adrenaline rush. Yeah, this is kind of fun. You try it too, Hector. Alright, I'll go for her ass cheek. Haha, funny, right? Grow up, man. He thrust the pole hard. A shooting pain traveled from the left side of my rear to all across my body. My spine popped when I jerked upward, screaming. Surely, going back to the rules thing, Wander, surely this breaks something, right? A salad like Caesar? My spine popped when I jerked upward, screaming, ah! When he pulled out, the strange sensation of my tendons moving back into place caused me to dry heave. Another attack went into my arm. It had to be the bony one. He wasn't strong enough to pierce anything easily. Where is Delilah? Moved up a year, no longer can deal with us, you know? She's too busy being the number one student, too good for her class, trying to move her up a year, you know? So long as the strong one didn't touch my torso, I'd be fine. Surely I'd be fine. It hurts. It hurts. One dove into my arm. I tried to crawl away again. Faust grabbed my ponytail and straddled my back. It felt like he'd ripped off my scalp. It felt like he'd rip off my scalp at any moment. Mercy, you just never learn your lesson, do you? I'm not going to be fine. Not going to be fine. For the first time in years, I felt something intensely. It was fear. Let me get at her stomach. Sorry, man. Can't move, or else she'll try to escape again. Fine. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I thought they cared about the law to some extent, but I was wrong. 3 more injuries in my calves. They were easy targets. Beetles buzzed around me as my vision started to go dark. I didn't know what to think. For 5 years, nothing like this had ever happened. Was I supposed to feel lucky? So they are breaking the law. Well, it's only breaking the law if she dies. The law that she's specifically worried about is the murder one. It's the murder one, specifically. Led you to being jumped? I broke out of the church one day and drank river water. And that's it. That was all. Doomed. It was inevitable. The abuse was going to escalate someday. They always needed better entertainment. Another 5 to my right leg. I don't think we're gonna be able to move. I don't think we're gonna live. I made howling noises like an infant. Tears spilled down my cheeks and soaked into the mud. I felt blood flowing out of me onto the ground, getting all over me, all over my clothing. Faust tore out some of my hair. Why? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything that time. I didn't see anything. I wasn't being weird. I was being quiet that day. Please stop is what I wanted to say, but nothing left my mouth except screams. Are we gonna live? I didn't know people could bleed so much. It's really red. Hey, what does this stuff do again? Beats me. Fun to watch. I see some big stuff under his skin. Let's dig it out. Yeah, so we're definitely dead, no? No. Are we dreaming? Children! The holy water will save you, surely. Heyyo's voice. The scrambling of feet. Metal hitting the ground. Someone hooked their arms under me and lifted me up. You shouldn't let them take advantage of you like that. Someone else's voice. Where had I heard that voice? Ah! Hello? They were stabbing me, Delilah. Delilah, they were stabbing me and poking at my organs, Delilah. Hello? Ah. It was you. You saved me again. Yeah, but you let... I guess. You know what? You're right. It is my fault. I saw at the top of the stairs at the church in the narrow hallway. My body was covered in bandages and the head's miracle salves. It's kind of... You're so right, Wanderer, honestly. Some acolytes changed out of my... Wait. Some acolytes changed me out of my school uniform for my nightgown. I need a new uniform. On my way up, I became exhausted quickly. My legs hurt too much for me to continue moving. Every step felt excruciatingly painful, as if rods were still piercing me. I felt dirty. They only healed and cleaned the wounds. There was no bath for me, for all the blood would have stained the color of the bathing room. A dried patch of mud remained on my right cheek. The hallway felt more suffocating than usual. It made me want to leave more than ever, but my legs wouldn't allow it. I played with the frayed edge of a bandage wrapped around my knee. A figure turned into the hallway. Oh, it's evil, yeah. Nothing can go right today. Upon seeing who it was, I immediately stood up with my back rigid. The sudden movement caused me to wince in pain and my legs to shake. Ia approached me with a grimace. Holy women were meant to be eternally young until expiration, but she was frowning so hard it was as if there were wrinkles on her skin. How is she alive? I guess they didn't pierce very deep? It made it sound like there was a lot of blood, but I don't know how much of it was actually imagined or not. That's the difference, right? Because how much of it was real and how much of it was like her imagination in that scenario. The plot demanded, I mean, obviously, there's no end to suffering. I waited for a slap or a scream, or screaming. Why are you such a stupid girl? It was all imagined. I slowly opened my eyes. I hadn't even realized I had closed them. Why are you such a stupid girl? She asked the question again in the same exact voice and intonation. It bothered me a little. I can't answer that. Why are you such a stupid girl? Unsatisfied with my answer, she asked again, slightly angrier. Why are you such a stupid girl? Huh? Why are you such a stupid girl? Why? Why are you such a stupid girl? She gripped my shoulders with unbelievable force, shaking me. Yeah, we're okay. She wasn't even letting me respond anymore. Modulate? Why are you such a stupid girl? I don't know. I can't. Stop that, Nina. Stop that, Nina. You know exactly why I told you again and again not to go out there and get us captured, but you went out there anyways, and now we've become monsters. How many times did I have to tell you we'd be worse off? I told you I saw their plans. I'm not stupid. Why are you such a stupid girl? Who is Nina? Answer the question, Fade. I can't. I shook. And for some reason, she shook as well. This was not her normal explosive self. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why are you like this? What did I do to raise such a stupid kid? I wriggled away when she shook me enough to lose her grip. To run off and tell someone that the holy woman was acting strangely. But I couldn't run fast enough with the pain I was in. It didn't take long for her to catch me. Now her back was to the top of the stairs. She shoved me against the wall. Okay, pause for ads. We really just high rolled into the worst things, huh? I guess low rolled into the worst things. Because we went normal day into getting jumped into the holy woman. I'm so concerned. Which parts, yeah? Which part specifically? Everything? Do you have like a specific though? I can't answer everything, but I can answer specifics. Have any of the games you've played ever gone this far? I'm just thinking Fata Morgana. I think it'd just be Fata Morgana. I think Fata Morgana was the furthest for sure. The jumping and this lady seems crazy. So this lady has two personalities. When she has red eyes, she's like this crazy lunatic. And when she has blue eyes, she's this caring, lovely person. The jumping is the unfortunate thing of being a fallen, holy miracle child in a town of, in a religious, in a cult-like town. I just think of Fata Morgana. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Fata Morgana that's went that far. I want to say it's just Fata Morgana. Honestly, this doesn't even go as far as Fata Morgana, huh? Because Fata Morgana went far, far sometimes. They ripped off someone's whole face and wore them like a mask. I got the same ice cream mug ad. Ooh, ice cream sounds so good. If you have to flip a coin every time you meet her, you have to, oh yeah, you have to, yeah, exactly. It's a coin flip. Each day you wake up. Yeah, even Zato didn't go far with that. This one's pushing. This one's pushing, for sure. How long is this game, actually? I thought I was near the end, but now I'm feeling like I'm not. Soundless, a modern Salem, remote area length. Yeah, it's apparently only meant to be 3 hours, but so is Zato, right? But so is Zato, right? Anyways, ads are over. We keep cooking, I guess. No, don't run. I'm not done with you yet. She squeezed my shoulders. Tighter, tighter, tighter. Ooze poured from her mouth. The wounds on my shoulder reopened, the salve on them stinging on the open scabs. Warm blood spilled out the stain and stained my dress. Yea's lower lip was melting and contorting with every syllable she spoke. Don't you realize how much I care about you? Look now, you're making me reopen your wounds. Answer me. You're supposed to be smarter than this. Tell me why, now. What's wrong, Wonder? She's just dissolving. Let me go. Yea's long dress fluttered in front of her. The end of it ghosted against my chin. For the first time since I'd known her, Yea looked truly holy, the splitting image of the messenger of divine spirits. But it only lasted for a second. What happened? My hand shook. In my confusion and fear, I shoved her. Yea twitched at the bottom of the stairs, a strange substance pooling underneath her body. Her body was contorted in a bizarre position. Holy woman bled gray-red. Oh. In her death throes, she muttered gibberish. The noise turning watery from all the blood spilling out of her mouth. I forgot we were next to the stairs. Stairs? We pushed her down. We pushed the holy saint down the stairs. Every few moments or so, one of her limbs would twitch uncontrollably at fast speeds. With a final jerk backward, she snapped her neck completely and stopped moving. Hey, that's like the mosquitoes I kill with my bug zapper. Wonder? My body hit the floor hard. My eyes opened. I didn't know what time it was. When I sat up again, pain rocketed through my body, forcing me to lay down again. Someone changed my bandages. In the hallway outside my room, shuffling and low voices could be heard. I focused on those voices, straining my ears to hear. What now? Dead? Where's the head? Mercy is... I couldn't completely understand them. I sat up a little in my bed as best as I could to hear better. My best ended up being shuffling up so that my head rested against the headboard. Yeah. The memory of what happened to Heyyo flashed through my mind. I held my head weakly. The stairs. No. Tears brimmed in my eyes but never spilled, as if they were too exhausted to fall. The voices! I recalled the execution of Delilah's mother, the torture I had endured the same day. What's going to happen to me? Crime. I'm going to die. They're going to stab me with those poles again. I'm going to die. Again, I felt fear. After sustaining those injuries, I was given a harsh reminder why I didn't want to feel anything anymore. I ripped out some of my hair. My nails dug into the palms of my hands, cutting them open, causing blood to run down my arms. I'm sorry. I couldn't even move. You know what year this takes place? I don't think they've mentioned a year. I don't think they've mentioned a year at all, actually. My mind searched for solutions, and it went right to the path by the school. I could have tried running, but in that state, they would catch me anyways. And where would I go after? What would I eat? What would I drink? What was even beyond here? Nobody has ever been told. Maybe, just maybe, if I left when nobody was around, if I left... I couldn't leave. Even if I were guaranteed survival, I owed these people. They fed me, they gave me clothes, they gave me an education, they gave me a roof over my head, they gave me a warm bed, they gave me so much, and in return I did so little. The least I could do was contain the curse. I had to get rid of it. This was the only place I knew that could get rid of it. That was my duty, my only reason for living. If I lost that reason, what would be the point? And there was the one selfish reason. It was so stupid. Staying for someone who would never look at me as something other than a victim for a hero to save. I'm so stupid. The door cracked open. Is she awake? She is. Shh. An acolyte walked into the room, shivering a little. Miss Mercy, are you all right? I nodded quietly. Somehow, this scared her even more. She ran out of the room. I can't do this. It's okay, you did your best. I reassured her outside in the hallway like I wasn't the one who collapsed on the floor. I imagine it's present time, it's happening during everything right now. It's a modern tragedy, right? So I'm assuming it is a modern time, just a town that's essentially like outside of the bounds of a modern time, you know? I felt tired again and tried to rest, covering my head with a blanket. Heavy footsteps entered the room. Someone kneeled next to the bed. Mercy. I peeked out from under the blankets. I read a book that had a similar premise. Really? A book? Which book? It was the head. Mercy, my child, what happened? Mercy, please answer me. You can trust me. I won't hurt you. I didn't want to reply. His smile went away, his eyes became a little colder. It was scary. Thank you for the daily send. Welcome in, welcome in. Congrats on the 8 stamps. He was scarier than Heyyo was. I didn't want to talk to him. I wanted him to go away. Mercy, if you don't answer me, I'm going to have to give you a special bath to clean out whatever toxin caused you to do this. I covered my head more. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if replying was a good idea. I didn't know what he'd do if I told him the truth. Should I lie? What do I do? The head lifted my head up by the roots of my hair, hand balled in a fist. Horror game? Not horror, but psychological horror. and his lips were pursed. Mercy, answer me. Fight past the curse and answer me. I want the real Mercy out, now! All the clergy in the hall peeked in to look, muttering this and that about his exorcism. He was making quite the show for them. He tugged harder and I squeaked, Mercy! Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Ariel Zisher? Ariel's Aisher. Please correct me if I said your name wrong. But welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, please correct me on how to say your name, but I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. God, telling the head can only go poorly, right? I feel like if we tell him, we're just gonna get, like, gunned down or something. I swallowed. He tried to hurt me. The hallway erupted with whispers and chattering. You're dead either way. This is true. For a second, I saw panic in the head's eyes. Just like how they looked back then. I forgot the name, but it took place in a remote village in the middle of the woods, and the people there lived like it was the early 20th century or late 19th. And as that is going on, the rest of the world is living in modern times. Yeah! I think there's like a town somewhere. I forgot where it was. I think Norway? There's definitely like towns and stuff in general that are like lost to time or like choose to stay in a more past time rather than a more modernized time, which has its own charms. For stuck in time. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Wander. Yeah, that one. I think it's neat. I think it has its own charm for sure, and the people who go there just enjoy that too. He put his palm to my forehead. Do not lie to us, cretin. Admit it. You murdered our holy woman in cold blood. This is all an act. Tears brimmed in the corner of my eyes. Did I do that? Without warning, he jerked my head up again and dragged me out of the bed by my hair. I screamed in pain. The people in the hallway shivered. He dragged me down the hall. Hundreds stood in the hall, shaking back and forth so much they almost looked like streams of paper in the wind. I will fix this, I will fix this! The streams of paper lined the little hallway, leading us to the bathroom. Bugs crawled out of my wailing mouth. The curse was leaving my body, melting into the walls and escaping to parts unknown. Did the text say this was all an act by the head? He said he was putting, it was his, when he was berating Mercy about the curse and everything, he was doing that loudly. So Mercy views that as he's acting to be louder for the people in the hall, essentially. From Mercy's POV, that's what it is. The head shoved me into the water. I couldn't see anything in the pitch redness. To keep the people in the village, they created a legend that those who venture out of the woods would get killed by a creature. And as it turned out, it was the people in charge of the village dressing up as the creature and going out and killing those who try to leave. Oh, interesting. Actually, this one anime is actually kind of similar to what you described, Broke. Shinsekai Yori from the New World is kind of similar to that as well. Except with like superpowers and whatnot. ESP powers. The head shoved me into the water. I couldn't see anything in the pitch redness. Kinda like parents just like a Vasena, except evil. Exactly, Wander. I will fix this. Be gone! I will fix this. Be gone! So I can look it up. Oh, Shinsekai Yori. I think it should be this. Alternatively, it should be from the New World, if you want the English name. It's a pretty cool storyline. It's a pretty cool anime that follows essentially protagonists from childhood all the way into adulthood as different events and curses and legends plague their like small existence. I will fix this. Be gone. 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 I will fix this, 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 be gone. I will fix it, be gone, 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 be gone. Are they gone? They're gone. You have to be good for me, Mercy. You have to obey, or else I'm in big fucking trouble. I thought I told you this the first time you acted up. Do you have any idea what a pain in the ass it is dealing with all of this? You can't. Why can't you just be a good little freak and act like the punching bag you are? All she would have done was just smack you around. You just got poles rammed into your body, for fuck's sake. You can take another 5 or 6 hits from some woman in a fancy dress. I can't believe you. I've never met someone as ungrateful as you. I really should have killed you. You're lucky I've been so nice to you. Don't tell anyone about this. Nobody's going to believe you anyways. Nobody ever believes you when you say anything. I bet someone's already running their mouth off about how you killed a religious figurehead. Whatever happens to you now, you deserve it. Think about it. Yeah, I had her bad moments, but she went so far as to clean you up every time that little shit Faust turned you into a used dish rag. You could have just waited for her to be nice again. You're so damn impatient, I can't stand it. What's wrong, Wonder? They know about Faust? Yeah, they know. They know a lot, apparently. I warned you after I had Naomi killed that if you ever fucked up again, things would get worse. I won't kill you, even though everyone's itching to see it happen. I can still wring a few uses out of you. Luckily for you, no matter how many times you get the shit beaten out of you, you can always come home to get patched up. I'm a damn miracle worker, remember? You'll be good as new for the next round. Can you breathe? No, that's too bad. Now say you're sorry. Yeah, I did not expect the priest crash out. Sorry, it's never gonna end. So tired. Nobody looked at me at school. Or rather, nobody looked at me like I was even human anymore. Sewer slide looking real fun right about now. Maybe Clara was right when she suggested that. Maybe she was just looking out for us at this point. Also, can I just say that paragraph is probably the most swears I've had to drop in a game ever. The head announced that Yea had died of mysterious circumstances during the morning drink. At the time, nobody assumed it was me. Some even gave me pitying looks. But rumors spread fast, because that was one of the few ways you could entertain yourself in Fada. I had a target painted on my back, should anything go awry since day one. I hit myself with my pencil. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. If I remember correctly, the reason why nobody from outside of the woods stumbles upon the area or any airplanes fly by is because the leaders paid people off to turn the woods that surround the village into a protected nature area or something and made it into a no-fly from any aircraft. Interesting. Dang, they really took measures to ensure no interaction. Yo would never kill me. Leaving? No leaving. Yo would never kill me. Never. At least I didn't think she would. I'm such a moron. What if someone wanted to try me as a criminal? I didn't want to go through more pain. Do unto others as you would do unto them. My body ached. Even though it completely miraculously healed thanks to the head's holy salves, I still felt the pain. Both Faust and Clara were there. Just thinking about what they might do made my non-existent wounds ache even more. The bell rang. I scratched my cheek and stared at my pencil and paper. A teacher walked in and started the lesson. Once again, I was greeted by beetles dancing around my paper. The day ended faster than I anticipated. Maybe it was because I spent most of it staring into red space. I couldn't remember what happened at lunch. All I knew was that Faust approached me, that the usual group took me behind the school. I came to my senses with dried blood on my face and mud everywhere, my clothes soaked. Afternoon classes were halfway done. It was like nobody bothered to come for me. My head was lying in the sinks. They must have beaten me and bathed me, was the only conclusion I could come to. It was rare I had a complete memory blackout like that. The world is so corrupted. Every single part of my body screamed in agony as I dragged my feet through town. My bag got thrown into the river by some older kids. All my pencils were in there. I guessed I was just going to be beaten for not being able to write on handouts in class the next day. Her brain is trying so hard to stuff all this into the vault. It's not all fitting into the vault. Is this what it's like to be a living criminal? Somebody's going to call for my execution any day now. Hey girl, come here. The old woman called out to me. Sitting with her were a few friends her age. They put down their knitting tools and stared. I felt like I was walking right into the clutches of a predator. The woman was silent for a moment. Then she took off the holy necklace she wore and put it in my hand. Huh? She stayed quiet and pushed it into my palm, making me wrap my fingers around the charm tightly. I wondered if she was giving it to me. Was it for my protection? The stone in the center of the cross was blue. Quietly again, she shooed me off. I nodded and walked a foot away. An oof and the sound of an impact startled me, getting me to stop in my tracks. I whirled around in surprise. The woman was holding her cheek as her friends gave her fretful looks, some looking back at me with glares. Huh? What? The woman shrieked. Carter! A burly man came barreling out the front door of the house holding a broom. The old woman pointed a bony finger at me, and I paled. That little brat stole my necklace, and the cursed one! Oh. 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 I see. I see what this is. They're framing me, Wonder. They're framing me, and now I'm gonna get beaten up again. Without a word, the man came running towards me. It's just a prank, bro. The prank! Literally! My feet moved right away, but a sharp pain shot through my body and I fell to the ground. He loomed over me, raising the broom into the air, the woman still shrieking about anything that came to her mind. The village. Interesting. I'm so bad with watching movies. I need them to be watch-partied for me so I can watch them. I should have never trusted her. She's here to bring us to ruin. I should have never trusted her. She's here to bring us to ruin. She's an evil, evil creature. The curse has overtaken her. We must get rid of the curse. Stop. I dropped the necklace in the mud. The bristles of the broom scratched my skin with ease. She'll infect us all. She'll ruin Fada. So the old lady is saying all this. Yep. Knowing it's a lie. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ah, my necklace. My connection to God. How dare she take that away from us? Did I take that necklace? I must have been imagining things again. And we've been gaslit. The man stopped and took the necklace back, spitting on my face. The old woman and her friends laughed. A droplet of rain hit my face. Everyone's staring. It's like a play. I'm the main character. Everybody loves watching. I'm so tired. If I sleep, I'm going to catch a cold. That's too bad. How much can you get hurt before you die? I can teach everyone that limit. I can be all sorts of examples for the community, see? I'm useful. I'm very useful. Please praise me. It's all my fault. How old is Mercy again? I would think 16 or 15. One of the two. Wake up, Mercy, it's morning. A nostalgic voice woke me up. I was being haunted by the memories of the woman I murdered. Sunlight filtered through the window, hitting my face and warming my damp skin. I couldn't remember making it back to my room or changing my clothes. Another bunch of memories I didn't have. It started to make me uncomfortable. The morning drink bell rang, the walls of the church vibrating from the force of its heavy tolls. I quickly put on my uniform and stepped out into the hallway. The adrenaline from being late ended the second I left my room, my body racked with pain. It was like I was getting stabbed and punched all over again. Clerics and acolytes alike were rushing down the stairs in groups. I followed behind them carefully so I wouldn't get trampled. They weren't even gossiping. They must have really been in a hurry. The nave itself was nearly empty, save for a few acolytes cleaning the stained glass and icon. Even then, they were doing it in a rush, as if they had somewhere to go. Did you hear? Of course I heard. Everyone in the church was in a full force purifying and cleaning the place last night. Finally, a group of gossiping acolytes passed me. I followed them out of the doors and down the hill. I'm sorry, I just wanted to... I'm just really excited. Aren't we all? Only the heads of the two families got to see and dress them directly, but I think I heard one through the door while I was burning incense in the halls. Really? To think he even canceled the children's lessons for this. Now I felt weird in my uniform. I made it to the river with the gossiping acolytes. I tried to squeeze my way through to get some water, but everyone kept pushing me back. Someone even purposefully stepped on my toes, hissing at me. You're going nowhere near that platform, you hear, murderer? Platform? Oh, they must have brought out that platform. The crowd hushed. I got on my tiptoes to see. The crowd hushed. Oh, wait. The head priest was making his way through the crowd, walking on to the bridge and toward the platform with the barrier head and the expulsive head, and 2 lumps under a white cloak. My legs gave out. I only caught that glimpse and nothing more. The 2 lumps under the cloth got on the platform. Along with the help of the bridge's arc, they were tall enough to be seen over the crowd. The head priest's booming voice echoed across the whole town. Is this a slideshow game? It's called a visual novel. It's essentially a novel, but you get sprite images and illustrations to go with the game. My dear citizens, we have been given a gift. God, the divine holiness itself, has rushed to replace what we've lost. We are still loved in its eyes. Fret not. The crowd muttered with a mix of excitement and disbelief. The disbelief primarily came from the younger voices. Behold! What are we beholding? The cloak was torn off. God has given us 2 holy women instead of 1. Oh. Okay. On the platform under the cloak were 2 beautiful young girls who seemed to be as old as me. Sunlight touched their skin and made it glisten. The tiaras they wore sparkled in the sunlight, golden light twinkling. I was dazzled, and so was the crowd. They made soft sounds of awe as if admiring the fine art in the church. The head's voice bellowed out once again. Greet our new holy maidens, my dear citizens. Nin of the expulsive and Alma of the barrier. God has decided that the energy must be divided. Now we can be protected by both at once. The crowd clapped and cheered, making a fine ruckus. I stood in the back, stock still as ever. God bless us, bendeth, bendeth. Oh, what a beautiful gift. Please, beloved maidens, protect us. Clerics had to hold back the commoners. I could see Alma take one step back a little in surprise, but Nin didn't move. The head held his hand up and the ruckus stopped. Bendith! Now, do not touch them yet. Being up in the village again reminded me of my hate for the elders. You know when you just like rethink of a series and then you just hate, you remember the characters you hate? That's me with like Game of Thrones and Joffrey. They still have yet to be blessed by our world. Some of you may be a little too young to remember Yeo's descent. Yes, she too had to be settled into our dimension. Touching them now will deliver unto you great pain as punishment. Everybody stopped. Because they're so young, we've planned to let them go to school in the 9th class. Have a good luck, Brock. They couldn't learn everything from God as their descent came so early due to the sudden passing of Yeo. May our classes be an adequate replacement for the remainder of their teaching. And may you all be blessed with fortune yet again. The head bowed to the crowd, then bowed to the holy maidens. They were guided off the platform by the family heads, each following their own respective energy's head. Bendith, my friends, bendith. The crowd dispersed. Since there was no school that day, I hurried back to the church before anyone could see me. I ducked through groups of acolytes. The elderly people sitting at the pews were too engrossed in their prayers to notice me. I sighed in relief. Maybe today will be okay. Before I could start limping up the stairs, someone grabbed my sleeve. Oh, surely Delilah's still friendly, right? It was Delilah, holding a few scrolls. The head wishes to see you for dinner tonight, despite your injuries. Why are you in your school uniform? Maybe today will be okay. Famous last words. There always are. She says it every day, and every day turns out terrible, honestly. Was she blushing? I was a little tired this morning. Goodbye. Okay, bye, Delilah. She scurried off. I blinked, watching her back. Strange. I hadn't realized I'd fallen asleep until someone came and woke me up for dinner. I don't like how dark it is. I rushed down the hall and went down the stairs in my nightgown. Considering how exhausted I was, what I considered rushing was slightly faster, limping. My feet ached. Just ahead of me were the holy maidens, unaccompanied by others. Were they already purified? I caught up to them and reached my hand out. The expulsive one, Nin, slapped my hand away. Stay away from us. You don't have time to deal with mother killers. Come on, sis. Keep her behind us. That's how it works here. Dang, okay. Good start. They were told about me, too. I entered the dining room, my head hung low. Just as I was about to sit at the table, the head spoke. Oh no, young lady, don't sit there. We have a special seat for you tonight. He motioned towards the floor. A single plate filled with beans sat there. I sat down in front of the plate. Good girl. Their hands joined in prayer for their meal. I too put my hands together and prayed along with them quietly. Bendith. Our spoons clanked simultaneously as we picked them up and ate our meals. 2 bites into my cold beans, a quiet voice spoke up. Does she really have to sit there? It was the barrier one, Alma. She seemed upset by me being there, nervously frowning. Did she not know I killed her predecessor? The head priest gave her a curious look, while Nin glared at her. Leave it be, sis. It's not the time for that. But on the floor? Is that really necessary? Maiden Alma. Alma swallowed and stared at her plate. She moved the beans around with her spoon. I understand you want to protect the people of this town. However, please understand that this girl's case is quite special. Her curse's antidote is not kindness. But why does it have to be so? Your predecessor chose a detached approach. Why not try that? She didn't reply to the head's interruption. They went back to eating dinner without further conversation, but I stared at my plate. State-sanctioned bullying? Literally, though. It's, yeah, we can only treat her curse by beating her up and whatnot, you know? Why did it have to be this way? Was it really that bad? I didn't know why I hadn't questioned it until then. It is what it is. Our character is the epitome of it is what it is. Occasional worried glances. The night continued without incident, aside from the occasional worried glances Alma would give me when we passed in the halls. Mercy, wake up. An unfamiliar voice woke me up immediately. It was Alma. Her hair was tied into a ponytail with 2 red ribbon bells secured on the ends of each. They made soft tingly noises as she moved. With the sunlight cascading through the curtains the way it did, she truly looked like an angel. I was told to wake you up. You have to go to school today. Okay. You alright, bye, Alma? She left and I dressed and joined her in the hall. Nin was there too, dressed up as well, intentionally straying her gaze away from me. Come on, sis. If we don't hurry, we'll be late for the morning thing. She only acknowledged her twin. I looked down at the floor and sighed. The dirt on the path down the hill was damp from all the rain. My shoes sank into the muck, the earth sticking to the soles. Nin and Alma didn't speak. Why weren't we killed again? I'm thinking about it now. Why weren't we killed? They literally just, like, murdered and executed a different person who made some mistake that I don't even know what mistake it was. So why weren't we killed? Nin and Alma didn't speak. They only looked ahead of themselves silently. There was no interest in the scenery around them, nor any interest in making idle conversation. Like they'd known each other for years despite being born yesterday. I swallowed the saliva in my mouth just to have something to do. When we approached the river, people noticed us immediately, dropping their ladles and running up to the girls. The elderly got on their knees and gripped at their skirts. Oh, beloved Nin! Lady Alma, your hair's so soft! Their indifferent expressions changed to small smiles to suit the situation. They stood there like statues of worship. Some people gave me glares for daring to stand near them. Discomfort bubbled up within me as I stepped away to get a drink from a dropped ladle. Nin cleared her throat. We must go now. We need to learn. It's an important duty we've been entrusted with, considering our premature birth. But it wouldn't hurt to stay just a little longer. No, Alma, let's go. They're actors. They're not real. They're actors. They must be. Fine. The 2 girls walked off and I quickly followed. Do you really think we'd just let you? I felt a wrinkly hand grab my ankle and yelped. We're not letting it happen again. A younger one grabbed my arm and pulled me back. The twin stopped and Alma looked back. Let her go. Alma's voice was cold. The crowd went silent. One by one, their hands let go of me, obeying their holy woman's command. They quietly went back to what they were doing. I rubbed where they gripped me especially hard, wincing in pain. Are you alright? Alma's voice was warm and concerned. It was just like last night. Nin sighed and started walking again. Come on, let's go. We hurriedly followed Nin and reached the school. Like magic, the girls went back to their mechanical selves as they approached the entrance. Faust, at the top of the stairs, noticed us enter, pointing us out to his friends. Oh my god, Faust, look at... Faust can't get away with this if we're with the holy women, right? Get him! See, I don't think anyone wants to get him. I think they just want to get me. Oh, it's the holy ladies. Look at them, guys. Aren't they cute? Come on, man, don't say that. They're like pure and divine or whatever. Yeah, they look a little creepy too, like dolls. Shut up, you know what I mean. When we came up the stairs, Faust ran backwards until he was next to Nin, grinning at her. Unless his friends giggled. What's up, your holy explosiveness? Expulsive? She wasn't even looking at him directly. He tried to get into her line of sight, but she never acknowledged his presence, not even with a glance. Whatever you say, why are you two going to school again? The head asked us to because we're so young. Wow, to think the great god of everything can shit out an unfinished product. What's it like being half-baked? It was an emergency. Please stop talking to me. Goodbye, Faust. Faust clicked his tongue and ran back to his friends. What a stingy bitch. I'll try interrogating the blue one next time. Do they even know their names? I doubt it. Nin let out a huff of air from her nose in irritation. We entered the 9th classroom. Oh, never mind. We're in the 9th classroom, Wanderer. No, we can't be. I don't know. What are we in? How old are we? I don't know. I wonder if all holy women look like yeah, and these two. I'm assuming the colors are essential, like the red and the blue. I don't know about the white hair, but it feels like since it's just been these three, it has to be white hair. Students huddled around the maidens, loudly talking amongst themselves. Being behind the twins, I had nowhere to squeeze in, forced to go through the same thing as them. Wow, she's pretty. Her skin's so clear. Look, their hair's so silky. You're right, it's like feeling holy robes. As they continued to play with their hair, I grimaced. The two in front were the same girls who fawned over Delilah, too. It seemed like they were attached to women with power and beauty. Wait. I can say they weren't pretty, especially Alma, but how could they just abandon Delilah like that? That was petty. The bell rang and a teacher entered. She ushered us into our seats and told us to hush. Kids still muttered here and there about Alma and Nin. They chose seats far in the back since the last row was the only one with empty seats. Some people intentionally moved back a seat to be with them before the teacher chided them and forced them to return. I see. So this is the power of God. I did my best to pay attention in class. I still had no supplies, but I decided to try my best to remember what we'd go over. The teacher opened the massive book of scripture. Today we'll be going over a few things we've already covered for the maiden's sake, using popcorn reading. Immediately, the entire class groaned. Hey, this is important! It'll be quick. Don't be so ungrateful when God has been so kind lately. Delilah, please read the daily drinks. Understood. Delilah opened her book, clearing her throat. And so the holy women declared that if the children wished to join her in holiness, they would have to drink from the holy river every morn and every eve. The purifying waters of the river coursed through their body. No evil remained. Thank you. Samson, next verse. Delilah sat while Faust's lanky friend stood abruptly scratching his neck. Yeah, what page again? 54. This should be child's play for you, and yet... Sorry, I'm not good with page numbers. Come on, teach, give the guy a break. Faust, I don't want to hear anything from you, of all people. Are you still mad about that whole thing with the whole God isn't real speech from 2 weeks ago? My bad. I didn't know you held grudges. That's a sin, right? You little... By the way, when is this town going to grow a spine? Hear me out on my theory about survival of the fittest. Okay. Faust started a large speech questioning the purpose of ethics for seemingly no reason, angering the teachers further. As the two of them continued to bicker, presumably in a gamble to waste time until the bell rang, I stared at a pencil I took off the floor. I rolled it back and forth on my defaced desk. And he gets away with this? Apparently. My pencil clattered on the floor. Something black and blotchy flew into my vision. I reflexively raised my hand to protect my face.
What?
Honey, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Fadelessword, most people use Fadeless. I stream various games, stream prize, art, mention videos, pop roast, visual novels, RPGs, and other things as well. And if you haven't already, please go give Honey a follow. You can follow Honey by pressing the follow button at the top of chat or the link in chat as well. Honey's a super cool Cosmic Sun Bear VTuber who just released a 3D model alongside doing some other things, like some just chatting, some variety games. Gonna be starting Expedition 33, some Fortnite tomorrow. This game contains extreme bullying. Cool. Don't say same. Thank you for the follow, Perky, by the way. And thank you for the 5 stream streak, Rose. Holy moly, 5. Thank you. How's your stream, buddy? How's the chatting? I had to put that warning there after the first...
These hands of mine have been dirtied for a long time now. You coming to face me now doesn't faze me at all. Hell, I welcome it even.
Thank you for the resub for 4 months as well, Jefferson. Thank you.
4 months, I guess.
And thank you, Huddy, for the dailies. Congrats on 6 stamps. Thank you, Ty, for the 7 streak. There were some Pokesticks. There were. Thank you, Jefferson, for the dailies. Congrats on 8 stamps. It was fun. I was doing thick grinds on the Taco Bell. The what now? The who what now? I had to put that warning there after the first, like, 40 minutes of the game had our main character get taken out back behind the school, beaten up, and then stabbed multiple times in multiple places. Oh. Yeah! I don't know how we're alive. You wouldn't get it? I actually don't get it. I've never had Taco Bell, to be fair, so, you know, that's... I don't get it.
These hands of mine have been dirty for a long time now. You coming to face me now doesn't face me
it's
at
actually
all. Hell,
14, actually. Thank you for the 14 months, honey. Thank you. I appreciate it, I guess. I'm glad you had a good stream. I'm glad you had fun grinding. No, I took one away. You took one away? That's messed up. What the heck? But thank you, honey. I'm glad you had a good stream. That is good to hear. W chatting streamer. W Fortnite tomorrow too. Yeah, this game's insane. This game is after I finished Zato, I needed something Zato-like because to fill the hole that Zato left. Because I loved Zato so much. And I reached this on the next recommendation. And it's just been... wow. I got ready to run tonight. No worries. So I can slave up for Fortnite with some clown I know tomorrow. That's crazy. Have a good night. Sleep well. We're gonna get a win tomorrow, easily. Sleep well, honey. Thank you for the raid. And don't even worry about it. Get some good sleep. Get some good sleep and lock in tomorrow. But But yeah, sleep well, sleep well. Take care, take care. Big W. Easy win. Easily, we're gonna win. Sleep well, honey. Thank you again for the raid. And yeah, welcome in everyone from the raid. If y'all have to raid and dip as well, that is all good. Do not even worry about it. This game's insane. Yeah, so aside from the stabbing, which is a normal Tuesday, we pushed the Holy Maiden off the stairs because she was having a moment of tearing open our wounds, and in a reflex we pushed her down the stairs and she died. We got labeled a murderer, but we weren't allowed to be executed, and instead we just get beaten up and framed by the entire village now. They spawned in 2 new Holy Maidens. But that doesn't really change the fact that we're still getting beaten up and murdered and everything. And yeah, the healing salves, you're right, Wander. And also on top of that, our vision turns to bugs sometimes. Like bugs and other psychosis stuff just starts happening to us at some point. She was having a psychotic episode because the way this game works is like the maidens have like an expulsive and a barrier version, and the expulsive is red and barrier is blue, which makes the blue more kind and caring and the red more angry and mean and evil and hatredful. And that's kind of what's happening. Also, hi Ty, by the way. I don't think I said it. Hi Ty. And that's where we are in life. let me go through some hi Aqua, hi Gary, hi Mike, hi Jefferson, hi Ty, hi Wander again, hi Rose, hi Ty. There we go. I'm asleep, no worries at all, Jefferson. Sleep well, sleep well. Spawned in like in Minecraft creative mode with the X. Literally, that is literally what happened. See you later. Take care, Jefferson. Sleep well, sleep well. Have a good night. Like carrot and the stick. It's mostly the stick. There's like, oh, you mean for the Holy Maiden? Yeah, that was carrot and stick. And right now, I think we're about to have a crash out in class. I think we're gonna have a classroom crash out. Barrier and expulsive. Okay, yes, that one. This expulsive maiden hasn't seemed terrible, but we could just get beaten up or stabbed at any moment of our life, so when does it even matter? I reflexively raised my hands to protect my face, only to end up squishing the blotchy thing in question. There was black goo all over my hands. Little black beetles wriggling out of the goo, making silent birth cries. I tried to rub it on the desk away from me, but it wouldn't come off. It dripped and smeared and covered my hands in black ink. The beetles died as soon as they were born, falling lifelessly onto the desktop. What the hell is her now? Oh great, not again. Mercy. Delilah's voice. It wouldn't come off. She's another vision. The teacher grabbed my arm and twisted it. Do we know if there's any supernatural in this? No. We have no indication of that, aside from, I guess, the priest's healing salve, which apparently heals you from near death. Yo, Vera, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Fadeless, must be used Fadeless. I stream, and thank you as well, Universe, for the raid as well. Welcome in. I'm Fadeless, must be used Fadeless. I stream games, stream prize, art, materials, platforms, visual novels, RPGs, and other things as well. I believe you both were playing Tales of Zestiria together, right? Yes. How was your guys' stream? Welcome in. Trigger warning for this game. It is in the pinned message, so do look out for that. But if you haven't already, go check out Vera. Vera's super cool. Been played through Silk Song, been playing through Tales of Zestiria. Gonna be playing through Ender Lilies as well. Go give Vera a follow. go check her out. You can press the follow button at the top of chat or the link in chat as well. And I will get the other top of chat one in a bit because Twitch cooldowns. But if you haven't already, go check out Universe as well. Universe is also a very cool streamer who also does a lot of variety too. You can press the button in the chat. That is the current way to do it because Twitch cooldowns, love those. But Universe has been playing like Tales of Zestiria, some Nier as well, some art, some Among Us. Go check them out as well. Go give them a follow. Snooze that ad for later. If you game faster than the other night, it goes fast sometimes. It depends how tired I am. How is Tales? Also, welcome in Lucian. Welcome in everyone for the raid. This game's insane. This game is Trauma Simulator. Chaos. It was chaos. Tales is great. We're almost done. Hey, let's go. You're almost there. Tales games go long. I only played one, and it was Tales of Arise. And that one went long. That one took like 4 months. And I was playing that like 3 to 4 times a week. Or 2 to 4 times a week. But yeah, thank you for choosing to rate it to me. To describe what this game is... Oh, thank you for doing the shout out. Okay, I was just about to check that. Go check out Universe. There's the button at the top. You can press that to give them a follow and show them some support if you haven't already. Never been so happy to finally slam the coffin on this epic game. Has it been that insane? I remember being so tired of Tales of Arise when I was playing that. We play once a week, so it's been about 6 months, and that's with us meandering about and holding Uni in a chokehold for skits. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, though, they go for a while, so I completely understand that. Once a week, though, does make it long. I'm glad you guys are almost reaching the end, though. But W skits, honestly. To describe what this game is, aside from the warning pin message, ooh. So we're in a cult town, and we're a holy maiden. Unfortunately, we drank river water when we weren't supposed to, and haha, now we're not. So, uh-oh, that sucks. Oh well. Now we're bullied and hated by the town, but that's okay. Not everyone's that mean to us. Some people are nice. Uh-oh. Start a stream, we're getting taken out behind the school and getting stabbed multiple times and beaten up. Uh-oh, the holy maiden's lashing out at us, so we push her down the stairs on accident, she dies, and now we're labeled a murderer, and now we're being beaten up from the town, and now we're also being framed for stealing and theft and getting beaten up by those people, and more violence. And then 2 new holy maidens just spawned in as well. So now we're trying to live with that, all while we're having these delusions of bugs spawning in our vision for some weird reason, and everyone calls it a curse. Not as bad as that other visual novel. Which other one? Zato? This one has been one of the most violent ones I've played. From the beginning? I mean, it wasn't all bad, you know? Mercy, our main character, you know. Oh, I never played Song of Saya. How do you put it? She used to be very regarded, right? And like praised and everything because she was a holy maiden. Or not a holy maiden, but she was like this miracle child. And then she went outside. She snuck out of the church one day because she was curious. She drank, thank you for the dailies as well, Vera, by the way. She drank water from the river. And then the priest, the head priest was like, no, 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 no. Thank you for the dailies as well, L Solution, I appreciate it. The priest was like, no, 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 no. And ever since then, she has been just demon child. Also, thank you for the dailies as well, Universe. Yeah, well, I never played Saya no Uta. I wanted to, but I never got around to it. But yeah, this game's insane. I don't know what to say. Art! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Fadeless, most movies, favorite, I should very impressed. Art mission videos, RPG as well. How's your stream, Art? Were you playing Unbeatable? Yes, you were. Yes, you were. How you doing, Art? Welcome in. If you haven't already, you can go check out Art. Art plays a lot of rhythm games. They're very good at them. If you don't know it, actually, little lore, Art was my first ever raider on this channel. So I appreciate Art always. Please go check out Art. Happy birthday, thank you! I said celebrate it like a week ago, but I still appreciate the message, Art. Thank you, I hope you're doing well. I saw Unbeatable's release and it just made me think specifically of you because you're the one who introduced me to Unbeatable. Miss the memo. That's all good. My goat, it just makes me think of you because you are the one who introduced me to it. I hope you enjoyed it. Two-Fade, I hope you enjoyed it. How's your stream, Art? But yeah, this game's this game is bad. Not bad in the sense of like not bad as like a bad game. Bad as in, oh my god, will I ever be free from the suffering that's happening to my character, or am I just soft locked in this hell? Am I just soft locked in this hell? Got a little suffering in the back. Well, this game has a lot of suffering in the front. Free samples, even. Also, by the way, any of the raiders, Vera, Universe, Art, if any of you have to take a break, get some food, get some water, head to bed, completely understandable. Do not even worry about it. This game is very, wow. I had to put the warning message as a pin message after I started stream, getting taken out back behind the school, beaten up and stabbed multiple times, and thought, maybe I should put this. I think today's stream is gonna be... I think the content this game's gonna cover today is not gonna be fun. Lol, that specific scenario is what made me just drop the, yeah, let's put the warning label this time. I didn't put it last time I played this game. I thought this time makes the most sense after I started stream that way, you know? I'll look around since, yeah, I need to eat. No worries, Art. I appreciate the raid. It's nice seeing you again, and do not even worry about it. I hope you have an amazing night. Sleep well, dude. It's good catching you again. Okay. This can only go well. Delilah's on our side. All that matters, we might have no one on our side. Everyone hates us. Everyone wants us killed or murdered or stabbed or something. Sure. We have Delilah on our side. And that is like the best thing we can hope to have at all throughout this game is having Delilah on our side. That's all we get though. And most of the time, she's not really on our side either. She's kind of... Actually, she's not exactly consistently present either. It's fine, it'll work out. Everything will work out. Yeah, but Delilah's getting milk most of the time. Yeah. Delilah the goat, she's not here often. And sometimes she kind of lets people push our head into a sink to drown. While just kind of watching. But sometimes she helps us. Explode! Yeah! Man, I love cult towns. Just playful things. Yeah. In fact, she even blushed at us, so it's probably like a friendship thing, right? Leaving? Cry? That is the accurate representation of Delilah, please. Please, Wander. Yeah, she blushed at us earlier, Rose. So maybe it's like a romance thing. Me when I get a little too silly. It's like a silly, you're right, it's like a silly thing. It was all in our head. Oh no, there's only so many things in our head, and apparently they're bugs. The teacher grabbed my arm and twisted it. Her hand, too, was black and blotchy. Inky branches grew from it and wrapped around me. Again, this chick is weirdo. What if she's her more children back room? Maybe if she'll shut up. I was dragged out into the hallway. The students gathered around the doorway and watched the teacher take me away. Ew, curse, evil people, they deserve this kind of treatment. Do you see her? Fucking. As soon as we turned the corner, I knew exactly where the teacher was going. This is looking more redacted than an SCP article. Hello? No, please, please, please. Of this. Please, please, not there. Please, 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 please. The teacher ignored my pleas and locked me in the cleaning supply closet. I wailed and scratched and kicked the door, but to no avail. I hated the closet more than anything. I preferred a beating over it because it made it worse. The darkness around me melded and warped into horrific things mere seconds after the light vanished. Inky figures twisted and snaked around my limbs and tainted my clothing and skin. I gagged on the stench of something I couldn't quite describe. Tears gathered in the corner of my eyes and I sank to the floor. I closed my eyes and covered my ears. I whimpered. The shadows laughed even more at my pathetic form. This, curses, no, special case, making fun of curse, holy. My ears hurt. Their voices would go down further and further in pitch, seemingly infinitely. The pitches never reached a logical conclusion. It was a disturbing and inhuman buzz. Nothing good can happen here. Nothing good ever happens. That's my fate. Until the curse leaves, I'm stuck here. I can't escape. I rammed my whole weight into the door. You're not here for yourself. You were born into this world for us. You belong to us. We brought you here, so you should repay us. We feed you, we give you clean clothes. Don't complain. You're not allowed to complain. This is your only home. All alone. I was all alone. In this small town, I was all alone. No singing, no love. Only buzzing. Only laughter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for being born. I'm sorry. 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 Are we free? Are we dead? Can I just be dead? Oh. Wait. Were we dreaming? The desk felt like a pillow. At some point, someone finally unlocked the door, and I was forced to stand outside for the rest of the day. I was allowed back in when the final bell rang. Lamau! What's wrong, Wonder? The coat? She can't start the first line as the desk felt like a pillow after all of that. I wouldn't think anything else. I wouldn't think anything other than it was all a dream. What else could I think from, the desk felt like a pillow. What else could I hope for in that point? I was allowed back in. Oh, hold on. We'll take a break for the ads. It means after how bad the closet was, the hard desk feels comfy. You have to let me believe, Wonder. You have to let me believe a little bit, you know? You know, I don't know what's real or not anymore in this game. No. You know what? Fair enough. We'll just listen to music until the ads are over, you know? You know, a nice break from literal hell. A nice chill out break from actual hell. Oh my god. That was... Wow. Hell is other people. Is that how it works, Wander? Because it did feel like hell. I'm losing. I think this game's making me crash out. I just can't believe what we're going through right now. I think I'm crashing out at what's happening overall. I think I'm just crashing out, honestly. I'm just hoping something good happens at some point, and it hasn't been. The song is saving me, but nothing. I don't think there's any hope in this game. Zato gave me hope. I think this game's just pure downfall, delusion, death. I don't think there's any hope in this game. I don't think there's any hope. Yo, in other words, I can't wait to get back into Osu now. W-Osu. Can't wait to get back into that starting soon. Totally real. Honestly, W-Osu. Yeah. Why are you using the banana? I haven't been. One of the biggest reasons is because I just don't have a Mustache or Crash. Mustache or Crash? I'm not good at Mustache. I'm not good at scrolling games. I'm better at Mustache than other things. Zolix! No worries, it's about to end. Oh wait, it's almost done, I think, for ads. Ran out of time? Oh, okay. Thank you for the raid, Zolix! If you haven't already, please go check out Zolix. Zolix is a very cool Celeste streamer who does a lot of the hard stuff. A lot of like the hard mod maps on Celeste. And a lot of the cool collab maps on Celeste as well. Zolix is super cool. Go check out Zolix if you haven't already. Zolix is amazing. So how was your stream, Zolix? How was it? How was it? I believe you were doing more collab maps today, right? The Terraria one, I think? Or were you actually playing Terraria? I think you were doing the Terraria collab map, right? I know you, do you? This is your first message here. Outside your channel if I'm not sub to you. Oh, that's follower ones, yeah. Yeah, but how's the Celeste Solix? How are you? Oh, I see. I got you. Streamers, thank you. Thank you. How was your stream, Zolix? I hope you're doing well. If you haven't followed Zolix, by the way, please do. The follow button at the top or the link in chat as well. Go check out Zolix. If you don't know me, I'm Fadelessword. Most people use Fadeless. I stream games to starting Fridays, art videos, pop visual levels, RPGs, and other things as well. We're currently playing an insane, crazy game that's making me crash out. Oh no! Wait, why did I get timed out? Where was the link? There was no link in there. What the heck? It auto times out for links, but there's no link in there. I got timed out? Yeah, Stream Element bot times out for links. But I don't know why. There wasn't a link in there. There was no links. I'm so confused. You didn't even use a period. That one? That's not a link. That's a link? How is that? That's what I'm saying. Twitch loophole? How is that a link? I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out on multiple fronts now. What the hell? How is that a link? I can time myself out. Wait, no. It was : 33 makes a link, apparently. Anyways, Zolix said, thank you guys for coming as always. I need to stop letting the raid thing expire, by the way. just to resend the message. My stream was good. I'm so glad to hear your stream was good. Is it the 2 3s? Oh, it's the double dot. It's a double colon and a 3, apparently. Why is that a link? What domain is that? That's a link, apparently. Apparently. But I'm glad you had a good stream. Warning about the game's content you can find in the pinned message. This game's insane. The only reason I put that there is because I started stream and 30 minutes in, we got taken out back behind the school, beaten up, stabbed multiple times, and I just thought at that point maybe this stream is the one that needs this one. Maybe this is the stream that needs this one. So that's why. So do be warned about this game. Message deleted. But yeah, I'm glad you had a good stream, Zolix. That is so good to hear. I am so glad you had a good stream. Welcome in, though. And if you do need to raid and dip, take some food, get some water, head to bed. Completely understandable. Do not even worry about it. That is all good. Yeah, don't even worry about it. But we're chilling, kind of. Actually, kind of crashing out mostly, because I just keep getting... My character just keeps getting bullied in multiple ways. Me hungry? Yes, get some food! Get some food! Do not even worry about it. Get some good food. Thank you again for the raids, Alex. I really appreciate it. Thank you for lurking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't type me out. Don't worry, you didn't do ::3, which is apparently some domain link somewhere in the world. Have a nice stream. Thank you, Alex. Have a great food. Take care, take care. So funny. It's insane that that works. Also, Rose, I'm not good at Muse Dash. I guess I never played enough Muse Dash to get good at it, but I'm not good at it. Thank you for the dailies as well. Thank you, Born, for the dailies. Yeah, I'm not good at it. But I'm really bad with scroll rhythm games. And thank you, Alex, for the dailies as well. And thank you, Pankwill, for the dailies as well. Congrats on your first stamps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a gacha game. Exactly. What do you get at the end of dailies? Another stamp card. You get another stamp card. You gamble? Actually, every once in a while, we do predictions where I spin a physical wheel, and you can gamble on a 1, a 2, or a 3, and wherever this physical wheel spin lands on, you can get the channel points of that. I've seen that, I think. Yeah! Pretty fun, actually. Twitch predictions for story stuff? Story stuff? I don't think so. I do just Twitch predictions. Can you turn in a completed stamp card for anything? A cup of water from your own home. That's it. But yeah, I'm not good at Muse Dash. That sounds like a good deal. Yeah, exactly. You get hydrated. I'm not good at Muse Dash, but I'm not good with scroll rhythm games in general. But the only reason I've been holding off on Osu is because I just have to swap keyboards each time I play, and if I just put the right switches into this keyboard, I'm just gonna be fine. So I'm just gonna do that. Like while playing visual novels, imagine chat would have X happen or Y happen. Oh. Unfortunately, I haven't put any predictions of the story for this one, because the most I could predict is Mercy finally gonna get not bullied for one day? And I think the answer I've learned is every day just sucks for Mercy. Every day for Mercy is terrible. I'm always just gonna be beaten up or thrown in a closet or something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen in this game. It's insane. It's crazy. This game is insane. It just felt like a pillow. At some point, someone finally unlocked the door, and I was forced to stand outside for the rest of the day. I was allowed back in when the final bell rang. Lying there, I didn't even care that the sun was setting or that classes had been over for an hour. I just wanted to sleep. Bells tinkled. A quiet voice came from someone standing in front of my desk. I knew that voice. Oh, hold on. My eyes shot open in surprise. I slowly looked up at the person in front of me. This is Alma. This is a holy maiden. And to explain what happened earlier today, we pushed the original holy maiden down the stairs because she was having a psychotic episode and ripping open our wounds. So responsively, we accidentally pushed her down the stairs and she died. Hence why the whole town currently is trying to beat us up and kill us. But 2 new holy maidens spawned in, and she's one of them. They all still hate us, though. How do authors constantly find new and innovative ways to make their characters' lives miserable? It's just so fun as an author. When you're an author, you just have so much fun finding the different ways you can torture your characters and see how they respond. I'm saying this because I'm writing a web novel currently that should release hopefully later this month. And it's all about just characters suffering over time, you know? Don't Yikes Jam wonder? This'll help you. This'll help you grow as a person. Mercy, right? Gib. It'll be later this month. Hopefully. It should be later this month. It's gonna be... I'm still writing it, is the issue. But the goal is to hopefully have the 50 to 60 chapters out this month. It's an IP address? Why would that be I guess you could link to an IP address. Thank you for the follow as well, Reshiny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess you could link to an IP address. I can see that. It's doo-doo. Similar to, yeah, in IPv4. Yeah. It'd be the port address, right? The double colons? No. Wait, what? Your router assigned ::3 or another number to your device when it connects to your home network, allowing other devices on your network and your router to find your device. Oh. So I guess the link here, I guess you could work that as a link if you port forwarded your stuff, right? That's so weird. Mercy, right? It was weird. What did the holy woman want with me? She gave me a soft smile. Are you alright? You were in there for a long time, so why do you care? I didn't mean to say that, but it came out of my mouth anyways. Her smile went away. I do have to go home. I wanted to talk to you. You want to talk to me? She nodded. I waited apprehensively for what she was about to say. The head priest told us that you have cursed vision. What do you see? Corruption. Beetles, ink, darkness, redness. The text box is blocking her face. I know, I wish, the one thing I wish out of this one is that it wasn't text that filled the whole screen, but just like the bottom of the screen, like every other visual novel, you know? She fidgeted a little. You're a very blunt person, aren't you? I put my head back down. I didn't know what she was trying to do, but I wasn't in the mood for it. Wait, please don't ignore me. I'm not going to hurt you. I raised my head again, a little more curious now. Considering the things she'd done for me recently, I was sure she must have been telling the truth. There you go. So you're the only one who can see those things, right? I nodded. Is it lonely? She asked a question I wasn't expecting. I slowly nodded my head. It's okay. I know what it's like, feeling all alone in a world that seems to reject you at every turn. And I'm glad I'm not alone now, too. Can I tell you a little secret? Does she see it too? Hesitantly I nodded. I had a bad feeling. My stomach twisted into a knot as I waited for her response. She inhaled, then exhaled. I can see it too. There it is. There it is. Oh, and I'm crashing out. Okay, alright. Nothing ever goes right, does it? Huh? What? So, don't feel alone. Uneasy feelings gathered in the pit of my stomach. A pure being descended from God shouldn't have been seeing those sorts of things. Does that mean Mercy can die now? She can be the curse holder now, Wander. You're right! We're free! Why is my freedom in death and death alone? Why is that my only freedom? No, maybe it was possible. But that would mean something's wrong with the town. Huh? You're right. Everyone is so cruel to you. Huh? Everyone keeps telling me to stay away from you and stop being so nice to you. I don't understand. Aren't we supposed to, protect all of you? It's not fair. For a divine being, she sure was uncertain of herself. It must have been due to her premature descent, or she was disturbed by what she was seeing. Just like me. I'm here to serve a purpose. Everyone is. That's it. It doesn't matter whether it's fair or not. It does. You're getting hurt. Shouldn't that be enough for you to question that purpose? She was right. So, I'll protect you, even if nobody else in this town wants me to. Protect me? Something inside me swelled. It was different. It was a different happiness from what I was used to. Rather than being temporary and uncertain, I'm safe for now became I'm safe. That's right. You don't have to be scared anymore, Mercy, because I'm here. I don't trust it! I don't trust it! She's gonna betray me, stab me in the back, and leave, isn't she? I don't trust any of it! Is that allowed? Of course it's allowed. I'm one of the Holy Maidens. Thank you for the hydrate. I think I need it. I'm crashing out too much. Thank you, I appreciate it. All of our problems are gonna be fixed now. You don't believe that. That's copium, Wander. You don't believe that. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh yeah, by the way, do you prefer re-shiny or do you prefer born? Do you prefer shiniest? Oh yeah, what do you prefer? Of course, it's allowed. I'm one of the Holy Maidens. I'm supposed to protect you. That's my duty. But we're being backed by the Holy Maiden. There's two though, Wander. There's two Holy Maidens. Even if the humans disagree, I can say it's my divine right and other things like that. But your vision. This username was made as a joke, but just call me whatever makes sense to you. Okay, got you. I'll go with born then. Got you. Interesting. My vision. Right, my vision. What do you want to know about it? What do you want to do about it? If you're seeing things, then something bad is probably going to happen. Maybe we should go to the head priest. No. A sudden outburst took me aback. For a brief moment, she looked scared. I mean, the head... I tried telling the head, but he told me it's probably just dizziness from the mortal air or something. He did. She nodded. Oh, then I don't know what else to do. You don't? Then, maybe we should try warning the citizens tomorrow. Memories of the elderly woman wailing at me flashed through my mind. You don't want to do that. Why? They'll really hurt you if you do that. The kids, too. But what if something bad happens, like you said, and it's because we didn't warn them? She was right. Could we take that risk? Then Tell Delilah. Delilah? The child of the expulsive head. She takes these things really seriously. Alright then, now tell her. Does she really take me seriously? Yes, she's the only one who gets serious about actually trying to expel my curse, so... Our curse, Mercy. Yeah. A smile made its way to my face. Somehow, that comforted me. I was really glad that I wasn't alone. And I could finally do something for this town for once, after all they'd done for me. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. This is her first smile throughout this whole game, and it's only gonna lead to death. It's getting dark. We should go home. She sounded a lot more confident than before. Alma held out her hand. I took it and tried to stand. A sharp pain shot through my body, starting at my abdomen. It threw me off balance and caused me to land right on Alma. Mercy! She stepped back in surprise, but stood her ground, holding me up with her own strength. She was sturdier than I expected, considering her tiny frame. Slowly, Alma helped me back up. Are you alright? You never did answer me when I asked. I only groaned and leaned on her in response. My head was throbbing. Here, I'll help you. We're gonna get yelled at for getting back late, aren't we? She managed to get me out of the school and to the nearby grass fields all by herself, but it seemed like that was her limit. Alma set me down, then plopped down right next to me, sighing. The stars in the sky twinkled above us. It's easy to lose track of who's talking. I try to give them different voices to kind of help, but the fact that there's no like actual name plate to determine who's talking makes it kind of difficult sometimes when reading. So I'm trying to be like, okay, the back and forth means this, but no associated name makes it kind of like I'm just guessing sometimes for sure. Do you think we can make it back in time for dinner? I didn't answer because I wasn't sure. I anxiously thought about what the head said to me a few days ago. I'll take that as a no then. Alma rummaged around in her pocket for something. I heard a strange crinkling noise, a little different from the sound of the bags most of our meals these days came in. I can only imagine how bad it gets when 3 or more people are talking. Oh yeah, for sure. There's times when our character's getting beaten up by like 4 goons, and 4 goons and like a main goon, and I just can't tell who's who. Until they clarify it eventually. Then she held out her hand to me. Here. In her hand were 4 little multicolored balls wrapped in translucent, crinkly paper. I took it and stared at it, not sure what to do with the gift. It's called Bobot. They're candy-coated peanuts. See? It says on the wrapper. Bobot. After a minute of me silently staring at the gift, Alma let out a low, worried hum. Do you not know what a peanut is? Peanuts are bland and brown-colored. I don't think these are peanuts. I wondered what was wrong with this girl. Damn. And the longer we stood there, the more I realized she thought the same about me. Mercy, because they're candy-coated, you can't see the peanut inside. Oh. My suspicions faded away. I opened it like I would any other wrapper and cautiously popped one into my mouth. Maybe Mercy is stupid. Maybe Heyyo was right when she called Mercy stupid before she got pushed off the stairs. Crunch, crunch. Sweet and salty. Those were the flavors my mouth was filled with. The abnormal saltiness of the peanut mixed together with the sugary candy coating in a blissful harmony. I never tasted anything like it before. Crunch. Pretty late for me, so I should probably go to sleep soon. Don't even worry about it. I appreciate you hanging around as long as you have. And yeah, don't even worry about it. I completely get late times. I stream at like decent time, so don't not even worry about it. Please rest up and get your rests. It is so fair. Thank you so much for dropping in with the raid, though. I appreciate it. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Before I knew it, all 4 of them were gone. Alma seemed pleased. No traces of worry remained on her face. Do you like it? I nodded. Do you feel better? Yes, yes. My eyes landed on her jacket pocket. Huh? Oh, you want more, don't you? Sorry, I only have 1 more. It's for Nin. Nin doesn't have any? No, I'm the one carrying them. Is that your power? My power? Why was she looking at me like that? Did I say something wrong? Yeah, it's my power. I can make all kinds of candy. Make more, please. For a demand towards a divine being to suddenly come out of my mouth was absurd, but I was too hungry to apologize. My stomach growled painfully. Mercy, I'm serious. If you want to have more food, we should really get back. Did I anger you? Anger me? Not really, I just really can't give you this last one. Okay? Okay. Mercy is not... Oh, this is cool, because this is showing the gap. The gap between, like, someone out of town versus someone in this town, and the difference in, like, the belief in everything. We took a roundabout path to the church, avoiding the town completely. I glanced at the dim light shining in the village and then back to Alma. I don't know how to feel about all the attention I'm getting. She said, as if I knew what I was as if she knew what I was about to ask. It's weird. People keep touching me and Nin. I'd be fine if they were just talking to us and praising us a lot, but I don't get the touching. I didn't know how to respond to that. She really was underdeveloped. I wonder if the Filipino stuff is just because the creators are, or if it's actually canonically relevant. I feel like the relevancy is that this probably takes place somewhere. I believe we determined, right? It took place somewhere in the Philippines, right? Like a really remote town in the Philippines? Or a made-up one? I think it is meant to be in the Philippines, right? That's the language the other holy woman was speaking. Yeah, but I guess that also just falls into your question of it could just be because the creators are, as opposed to canonically being there. My guess is canonically they're there based on... like, the song could be just a song, but I'm basing it on the candy being there as well. That's why I'd say it's probably because, right? Are we sure an early arrival was a blessing? A few feet later, she stopped moving, standing in the rustling long grass in the field beyond the town. She looked up at the sky and closed her eyes. The breeze blew our hair gently. From here, I could see the church on top of the hill. It's beautiful. It's so green and beautiful, just like always. Alma? She looked down at the grass, her hands behind her back. She seemed incredibly sad, as if she was remembering something. Mama. It's different, but it's still beautiful outside. You get to see this too. Alma whispered something under her breath. In our town of San Roque. That song. Huh? You know it. What about it? This might sound weird, but can you sing it for me? Sing it. Sure, I guess. Maybe it'll make up for the fact that I can't give you the second Bobot. Alma closed her eyes and inhaled softly, putting her hand to her chest. Ah. She hummed a few starting notes and then began. Oh boy. In our town of San Roque, 4 beggars were having some fun. The crippled man danced, the mute sang. The blind man watched, the deaf man listened. A familiar melody reached my ears, piercing through the sound of the wind. Her voice tinkled like the bells on her ribbons. It really is that song. In our humble town that we proudly called our own, why did Alma know this song too? I stared at her in awe. The wind blew gently enough for her silver hair to float as if underwater. Light from the rising moon surrounded her with a special kind of glow. My heart skipped a beat. People slaughtered insects called gnats. From the fattest of these bugs, when cooked and drained, came oil that filled 9 vats. In that moment, tears started to fall from her eyes. I broke out of my trance and let out a concerned whine, but she didn't listen. Her crying began to affect the quality of the song. Each note came out watery and war-bled, like it was painful for her to continue singing. Alma? In our town of Malabon City, there's an old man whose fire boiled in a paper pot on a paper stove. For fuel, he used cold water. The song ended. She shook and held herself. I never thought something so holy could look as lonely as this until then. Alma. Abruptly, she snapped her head up, wiping her tears and forcing a smile. Ah, sorry. Oh wait, has anyone else referenced Filipino stuff or just the holy women? Oh. Just the holy women. Just the holy women, wonder. No one else has. The song was from, yeah. The Bobot was from, Alma. Yeah, I think it's just them, wonder. Ah, sorry, it's a strange song, isn't it? I'm not sure why anyone would want to hear it, honestly. I nodded my head hesitantly. Suddenly my stomach growled. Sorry, I completely forgot you needed some food. Come on, the church is right over there. Alma took my hand and I blushed. Wait, why was I blushing? I barely knew her. And besides, something about her was really scaring me. Why was she being so nice to someone like me? And yet her warmth was so familiar. I didn't want to leave even if things turned out bad. I loved that warmth. We entered the church. Amazingly enough, the lights were still on. You made it. Think we might be in a bit of trouble. You're actually in very big trouble. I hid behind Alma without a second thought, like a fly running from a swatter. The head approached us, his brows furrowed. I'm too tired for this. I'm disappointed, Alma. You two are not getting dinner tonight. Go to your rooms. Yes, sir. The head unexpectedly left without another word. I was anticipating shouting or a harsher punishment. Compared to me, Alma seemed relatively more easygoing about his unusual response. I get that he's mad, but did he really have to take dinner away? Jeez. He always does that, Alma. What do you mean? Okay, Mercy. Let's go upstairs. I was whisked away out of the nave and into the hallway by Alma. She didn't let me say a word of protest. It seemed like the world operated on Alma's time for her. Alma suddenly stopped. Alma, what's... Shh. She motioned with her lips and chin at a spot further down the hall. At first, I wasn't sure what she was trying to say with the gesture, but it clicked when I noticed there was a faint whispering coming from the spot she was motioning towards. My eyes struggled to adjust, but when they did, I saw Delilah and Nin talking to each other. I have influence. I can make it happen. Thank you, Nin. Good luck to you. No, Delilah. Thank you for being a friend in the scary new world. See you later. Oh, they're getting along. Nin left the hall after saying her goodbyes. I glanced at Alma anxiously. We just witnessed something incredibly bizarre. What on earth were they talking about? What is that expression? So I already figured something out, huh? Small fry. Boring. Hey, Mercy. Go ahead and get some sleep. I'll go talk to Delilah about the curse since she's here after all. Okay. What? What was that reaction? Something is happening behind the scenes, and I think as Mercy, I just will never be privy to it. I am the side character to this main story. I went upstairs and got into bed after changing. My body greatly appreciated the soft bed and the comforter. You're like, Katniss Everdeen. Katniss? Why Katniss? But my mind was restless. Could it be that Delilah and Nin were plotting something? But more importantly, did Delilah see something in Nin like how I saw something in Alma? I didn't know, but my heart hurt. Discover Alma's secret. Because people are doing stuff behind the scenes and your only role is to suffer. Katniss didn't only suffer. Remember that time? She now... I woke up abruptly. A strange, scary dream that was distorted like my visions was the only thing I could remember. All I remember were flashes of the execution of Delilah's mother and some strange creature with a large maw. I hated bad dreams more than I hated dreams from my past. The long-lost feeling of disgust bubbled up inside me. I hated that feeling too. Oh. Priest attire. Mercy! Yeah? I rushed to hide under the covers. Mercy res! No res. This Mercy doesn't res. Jam, this is the okay theme. What up, boss? You start the thing, boss? Or are you holding off on it? My foot kicked my pillow up, knocking over my lamp. Crash. Oops. I peeked out from under the covers to see Alma standing in front of me. Not yet. DM me when you start it, or read it, or finish it. Whichever you do. And then DM me when you swap from the comic to the novel. You should be more careful. She patted my head while using her foot to slide the pieces of broken lamp under my bed. I felt pathetic somehow. Alma kneeled down and looked me in the eyes. Her expression was so serious, I felt fear. This Mercy doesn't res. This Mercy actually has a kill. This Mercy actually pushed someone down the stairs, so technically this Mercy has a kill. Pretty pog. Her expression was so serious, I felt fear. I talked to Delilah. What did she say? She told me to not tell anyone. I sat up in my bed abruptly. What? Alma nodded solemnly. She twiddled her thumbs and pursed her lips. Last night, after you went to sleep, I told her. She looked concerned at first, but then she got a really scary expression and told me not to tell anyone, or the whole town will panic. I couldn't believe it. That Delilah, the studious, devout heir of the head to the expulsive family, said that? I thought she would have taken more serious action than that, but I guess she was worried about the town falling apart. It was okay to make a scene about the worthless citizen. It was okay to make a scene about a worthless citizen like me, but what about a holy woman? I understand. Huh? She wants to keep order and fix it behind the scenes. There's nothing we can do about it. You're too important for this to be handled carelessly. But Alma clenched her fists and stared at me firmly. If something happens because of the curse, everyone will just panic anyways. She was right. I scratched my chin and thought. Alma put her hands on her hips and smiled confidently. I will tell everyone about it tomorrow during the morning drink. People listen if they respect you. She was right again, but I still wasn't sure. I'm really not sure. I don't want you to get hurt. Mercy, if we keep waiting, something bad will happen. Please, just talk to me like you've been doing. That's all I need. Alright. She took my hand and squeezed it. Relief washed through me as if I had bathed. Alma's protective aura felt so refreshing. She was my oasis, my sanctuary, my hero. I could trust her. I didn't know what I was thinking when I thought she made me uncomfortable. It's over. We've lost the plot. With Alma around, nothing bad can ever happen. She hugged me, patting my head like Heyyo used to. It's okay. I will protect you, Mercy. Thank you, Alma. After a few minutes, we pulled away. I looked her up and down. We found our happy ending! Wander, no, please, Wander. It's not. Don't trust it, don't trust it! Why are you wearing your robes? No. You know how yesterday we went to school even though it was Sunday. Didn't we go because we missed school on Friday? Yeah, but Nin asked the head if everyone could take another day off. And you know what he said? Okay. So today's a free day. I turned my head toward the window. Ah. The sun was just barely rising. Alma woke me up that early? She must be really excited. Do you want to do something? I want to see more of the town. Really? Mm-hmm. Then let me get ready. Not that there was much for me to get ready. Alma left the room to give me some privacy. But all I did was put some of my hair up like I always did. I didn't have any other clothes after all. I felt a little self-conscious when I looked into the mirror. I wanted to look good in front of Alma. Comparing me to her was almost unfair. The best I could do was brush my hair to look barely presentable when she was always pretty. And she always smelled so nice. I didn't know if I was allowed to think about a holy woman that way. I might taint her if I get too close. Okay. This slight fear has turned very quickly into what is it? Obsession. I took longer than expected to preen myself. When I left the room, Alma was nowhere to be seen. Alma? I went downstairs, but she wasn't there either. I even checked to see if she was playing a trick on me, hiding under the pews. Was she that type of person? I didn't know. She seemed a little playful to me, but she wasn't there either. In the space between the bottom of the pew and the floor, I spotted someone's feet. They walked out of view and then came towards the sanctuary. I heard something that sounded like the rustling of a sack. Mod check. I kept hidden behind the pews. There was a strange, quiet beeping noise. Then a loud metallic sound came from the left transept. I poked my head out. The top of someone's head, against all rules of logic, sunk down into the altar floor. I got up and snuck over to the sanctuary. Oh no, 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 no. As I got closer, I could see there was an open trap door just big enough to fit 2 people at a time, hidden in a little corner in the back of the altar. The red carpet covered the floor. The red carpet covering the floor had been rolled up, the large flower pot on top pushed off of it. I mean, just because we see it doesn't mean we have to go into it, right? Inside the trapdoor was a metal ladder, only the very top could be seen, while the rest disappeared into the darkness. Curious, I entered the darkness. Why do I speak? It's immediate. It's always immediately after. You gotta, them's the rules. I hate the rules. And the floor. The ladder was actually quite short. A few feet away from me, light could be seen. I approached the light, discovering a flight of stairs. Not wooden, hard metal. Lights uniformly lit the way along in a long line all the way down, but the stairs went down for so long I eventually couldn't see anything but a void. I couldn't see heads nor tails of the person who entered this place, but there was no way they could have gone anywhere else. It's so over for me. I'm entering one of those rooms in analog horror, right where someone gets killed. It's not even scary music, Fade. That's the worst part, Wander! Hesitantly, I went further in, gripping a metal handrail tightly. If I slipped and fell, I would have definitely died painfully. Funny, goofy, silly music that only entails worse things. The stairs never seemed to end. The temperature became colder and colder the further I went down. I started to regret what I was doing, but I had already gotten so far. It felt like I had been going down forever. Oh my god. It never ends either. Eventually the end was in sight. It was incredibly cold. I shivered. The walls were covered in a bizarre graffiti. Words overlapped each other. Some of it looked newer than others. Some of it was even fading. No hope, God, holy, Lilith, Eve, I am Adam. These repeated over and over, all over the area. They had been written with some kind of ink. In one spot was a full sentence. I'm so sorry, baby girl. It was clearly in a different handwriting and in what I told myself was messy dark red ink. Who wrote all of this? We've lost the plot. I continued. It's over, it's over. At the end rested a small, strange hallway and a door unlike any other I'd seen before. Or at least I assumed it was some kind of door. I would have mistaken it for a wall had it not been opened. The outside, is this freedom? It looked like something from an unfathomable plane. Someone forced open the 2 flat metal pieces so hard they were bent at the ends. I peeked in. Beyond the strange door was only a dark room with a faint green lights in the back. It was so cold that it felt painful to shiver so hard. I had no idea anything could even be that cold. Before I could step in, I heard someone move some things around and I froze. Nin, where's the other rations? Do you see them? Was that Delilah's voice? No, sorry. I wish I knew where the lights were. And Nin's? She sounded warm and timid, like how she did last night in the hallway. I listened closely. It's alright. It's not your fault. Did you make it last night? Yeah, I think it's broken. What's going to happen now? People are going to start waking up. That's what's going to happen. Waking up? And I'll put a stop to this mess. What were they talking about? Oh no. I was scared. Something told me it was nothing good. I had no basis, but regardless, my intuition was pounding away at my heart, ringing like alarm bells. Yeah, I wonder, is this what you want? You really think you can do that? Can't take you and Alma back to your old lives. But I can make a new, better life for everyone. If something goes wrong, nothing will go wrong. Trust me. But Alma, I can't predict what she'll do. I know she's already got her sights set on Mercy. I guess you're right. Maybe if I give her a little scare, she'll stop. Is that really enough? What did it mean she couldn't predict what Alma would do? What had Alma ever done other than be kind? This is bad. They really were going to do something awful. My body was racked with shivers. Escape? Without thinking, I ran. My feet pounded loudly against the floor. That definitely alerted them. I had to hurry. I had to get out of here. I ran all the way up the long, long stairs, operating purely on adrenaline. My hands slapped painfully against the bars of the ladder. I didn't even stop to close the door behind me. I ran out into the hall, out of the ambulatory, and into the cloister, and hid behind a tree. My exhaustion and pain caught up with me, forcing me to kneel down and pant. I waited, and waited. They didn't come after me. I sighed with relief. And quickly swallowed it when I saw Delilah come out of the ambulatory. She held a sack full of something and seemed somewhat disheveled, strands of her hair out of place. The rise and fall of her chest was slightly elevated. Wait. Her skin's patchy. Her skin wasn't patchy before. Look. Look, she has patchy skin. But that wasn't there before. She looked right, then left. I couldn't tell if she was looking for me or making sure nobody else saw her. Delilah walked towards the back wall and right before my eyes pulled bricks out to make an exit. She crawled under it, hugging the sack close to her as she did. Curiosity got the better of me once again. What was in that sack? I had to know. Did we? And so I slowly crawled under the hole myself, despite my exhaustion. Delilah was only 5 feet away from me. I stood very still. She walked a few steps, then stopped and turned. Ah. Okay, she's aura farming. Good morning, Mercy. Delilah. She spoke with the same tone of voice as always. Flat, aloof. Her eyes weren't malicious, but they weren't exactly friendly either. Concerned, maybe? I glanced at the sack. It was so full, the straps looked like they were about to break off. You? Me? It's nothing. Say, Mercy. Huh? The wind blew, kicking up loose blades of grass and whipping our skirts around. Don't feel guilty about things you can't fix. What? What are you talking about? Sorry. I must sound strange, huh? I have to go. Delilah? She walked off without another word. I stood there confused, trying to comprehend what she just said. I never did figure out what was in that sack. Mercy! Alma came running towards me. She held her arms out and tackled me in a hug without warning. There you are. I was looking all over for you. Ow. Oops. She stood up. Maybe you should have braced yourself a little more. I guess. Where were you? Some acolytes saw me in the hall and dragged me off to go bless the ladles since they couldn't find Nin. I haven't seen her all morning. Where is she? Jeez, I can never tell what she's going to do. Should I tell her? Oh god. So, I feel like Nin and Delilah aren't bad, but I don't know about Alma. Alma has weird vibes. Alma has weird friendly vibes that shouldn't be there, but they are there, which isn't great. Should I tell her? Alma spotted the worry on my face. Mercy, what's wrong? Nin and Delilah are going to ruin the whole thing we've got going here. They're evil. I don't know if I want to keep the thing we have going here, Water. I don't think I like it very much. You know? You feel me? Yeah, you pick it up, but I'm putting down. Mercy, what's wrong? Don't worry, you can tell me anything. Sounds kinda heretical and sacrilegious to me. I mean, isn't change good, Wander? Isn't change over time a good thing, you know? Heretic? Sacrilegious? They're not real. They're not real when you have, life and things to avoid them. Yeah, like your heart changing from beating to whoa! Whoa! Wander, relax! There's no guns in this town. There's rocks. I saw Nin. You did? She was talking to Delilah about something. Something weird? Those are just are small hard rocks. They're not the same. They're not the same. Use a rock if you want to. Tell me. I told Alma everything I heard, leaving out the part about the trapdoor and the strange underground area. Her expression grew increasingly concerned as I spoke. And then, just now, I talked to Delilah. She was acting strange, too. Snitch! You're the one who asked for this, Wanderer. How so? You're holding a sack of something? Dahlia. I couldn't tell what it was. And she told me to not feel guilty about things I can't fix. That is strange. Oh, no use dwelling on it. Let's go to the town. Alma turned on her heel to leave. I grabbed her arm. Wait. What's wrong? Going out to town sounds like a bad idea. She tilted her head, blissfully unaware. Everything sounds like a bad idea to you. Why? People might get angry. Angry that I'm with you. She frowned. I guess you're right. Maybe we can just mess around in the fields. Okay. Alma and I started walking aimlessly around. There's the ads. Okay. Whew. Man, I'm getting sleepy and I don't know when this game ends. It feels like there's so much more game. It feels like this isn't a 3-hour game at all, you know? It just feels that way, at least. I'm so sleepy. This theme's so nice, though. This theme's genuinely so nice. Oh, actually, maybe I should go grab like a snack or something. If I'm able to. That wiggle's nice. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of game left, huh? I didn't even realize there was this much game left. I'm just jamming. I should go grab a snack though. But should I? Should I go grab a snack? What would I even grab? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Had breakover. It doesn't matter. Al and I started walking aimlessly around. The sun rose into the air. This orange glow of sunrise extinguished. The grass tickled my legs. Hey, Mercy. Tell me. Tell you what? Tell me what's happened to you. I know a lot about it, other than the bare details. You want to know? Of course I do. We're partners. I nodded and nervously played with the hem of my nightgown. I'll tell you. I started with how it began. My parents dying, the water, the curse. Alma focused on me, listening intently. I told her why it got so bad. My guilt, my obligations, how I ignored it all those years. And recently, it's gotten really bad. Even worse. Much, much worse. And why is that? I paused. I inhaled. I killed the last holy woman. So it's true. Alma instinctively stepped back. It's done, but I accepted it. Alma was kind. If she listened to my explanation, then she'd understand. I hung my head in shame. I panicked. I didn't know what I was doing. She started shaking me around and yelling about things I didn't understand. We were at the top of the steps. I pushed her and she landed in a bad position. Mercy, you're shaking. Okay, I thought Alma was gonna crash out about this more, but she's taking it relatively well, actually. Okay. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Her face went from shock to an understanding smile again. Side-eye? I'm just waiting for her to stab and kill me. It's not your fault. It's her fault. Huh? It's all her fault for scaring you. If she didn't scare you, then she would still be alive, right? Was that right? She's taking it relatively well. Famous last word. No. Surely she's taking it relatively well. Don't worry about it too much. I don't think you're going to kill me. But you look so scared just now. What do you mean? You must have been imagining things. Had I? I frowned, a little confused. I see. Anyways, that's why you're here now. I'm sorry for what happened to you. It must have been awful. Ah, look! We had walked so far, we reached another hill that overlooked the town. I'd never been this far. The sunlight made the white walls of the buildings glitter and sparkle. The sky was a clear, beautiful blue. Wow, amazing. So pretty. Suddenly Alma took my hand and I blushed. Look, Mercy. It's like they're all little ants. She pointed at the townspeople gathering at the river. We were at just the right height that we could see smaller details, like the fact that we were holding ladles. Ants. Yeah, they're like ants, Wonder. No one's ever went into the bad scenario after that, right? Alma smiled wider and wider. I feel like I'm on top of the world. Yeah, I nodded in agreement. We stared out at the view for a few more minutes. Alma pulled her hand out of mine, then moved to play with my thumb. They're so small. It feels like I can just reach out and crush them. Hey, Mercy. What if Delilah and Nim are mad that I'm trying to help you? Huh? Alma looked at me as if she pitied my lack of knowledge, looking down at me from where she stood. Just like when I couldn't believe that my parents were gone. When the head told me the truth, when the head told me I was cursed, they sounded like they couldn't trust me. Like they're mad about something I did. Maybe predicting you? And they talked about cleaning up a mess, right? TV trope. Space of an angel, mind of a demon. Is that from this game specifically, or like just an overall trope? Wonder. And they talked about cleaning up a mess, right? What if that mess is you? No, it can't be. Alma, why would it be me? Just a trope I was looking at. I see. For no specific reason though, right? Delilah would never. No, maybe unless she's tired of me. No, if she really wanted to become a hero. Maybe because I killed Yea? I'm a villain now. The memories of Yea's death and the death of Delilah's mother flashed through my mind again. No, you're wrong, Alma. Delilah always tries to keep me safe. No, she doesn't. Alma gave me a firm look. Yesterday, when you were locked in the closet, she didn't do anything. She just stood there. I wouldn't put killing you past her. And if she actually cared, she wouldn't go with the town's flow and be so cruel to you. She doesn't care about you, Mercy. Nobody here cares. My heart broke into a million little pieces. I felt like I was going to throw up. That can't be. No. But I care. Then I felt warm. She cares. Alma wrapped her arms around me and pulled me into a loving hug. Alma, you care? You don't want to hurt me. No, I'd never hurt you. I told you, didn't I? That I'd protect you? But I don't deserve love. What makes you think that? That's ridiculous. But Clara, that wasn't your fault. None of it was your fault. In fact, it was only natural. Only natural? Alma pulled away from me. Natural that it would progress like that. Clara never tried to fight back, even though she could. It was all her fault. It is? Yes. Come on, let's go down to the river. Doesn't it look beautiful? I care. She cares. Yippee. Before I could respond, Alma took my hand and led me down the hill. Like always, the river ran a ways away from the town, far off into the distance where we couldn't see. Despite Alma's comforting words, I couldn't completely shake off my heartbreaking confusion. Did the world really work like that? Was I wrong all along? Oh wow! Yippee! Friendship! To my surprise, Alma stepped into the river, holding her skirt up and smiling at me. Get in, it's nice and cool. But we're not allowed to play in the river. Hey! Clap. Alma pulled me in. I almost slipped on the rocks in the water, but regained my footing. The current was a little fast, but I could handle it. It rushed past my legs. To be honest, it felt kind of weird. I lifted up my skirt so that it wouldn't get any wetter. Mercy, you can afford to break a few rules every once in a while. Especially now that I'm here. You can break all the rules around me even. Take this. Alma splashed some water at me. I gasped. It was cold. Why did you do that? Have you really never played in the water? Try splashing back at me. Splash. Alma giggled and splashed in return. We spent our time splashing one another. After we got bored of splashing with no technique, we tried to see who could make the biggest splash. We got our clothes all wet, but we didn't mind. During our play, the sun arrived and left the highest point in the sky. No dinner again? We flopped onto the grass and gasped for air. I'm all wet now. Me too. I wonder if Alma is like the old woman who gave her amulet. Just a long con version of that though, wonder? She's playing the long con. Together we laid like that, letting the grass brush against our skin. The clouds slowly moved, left in the bright blue sky. Alma's hands brushed against mine, then again. I guess she was looking for it because she eventually grabbed it. Thought I was touching a rock for a minute there. Does my hand feel that strange? Well, you do have a few scabs on here. Mercy, let's play a game. Whoever finds the coolest cloud first wins. I'm the judge. I don't think that's very fair. Do you think so? Well, I'm the one who suggested the game, so it only makes sense, right? I guess. Alright, here goes. I spy a cloud in the shape of a jaguar. What's a jaguar? You don't know what a jaguar is? No. Alma let out a low hum filled with concern. Did they go extinct? Hey Mercy, what animals do you know? There's only birds and insects, aren't there? Ah, of course insects would survive the radiation, but what's radiation? It's when something radiates brightly. I see. Alma knew a lot of things. Radiation? I'm sorry, what? What did that mean? After the awkward exchange, we went silent. We enjoyed the sound of the breeze and the river rushing near our feet. The river. Alma. No, it can't be death. I sat up and so did she. I pointed at the water. Did you notice how strange the water looks? It does look weird. Wasn't it clearer before? It's a little cloudy. Maybe we shouldn't drink the water from now on. It could be contaminated with the curse. She was right, I gulped. Good thing we missed the morning drink that day. Did we get rabies? We'd have to find a different source of water, but I wasn't sure where. Curious, I stuck my finger in and licked it. It tasted incredibly bitter in a way that felt familiar, but I couldn't really remember why. Alma, if it's contaminated with a curse, we should tell everyone soon, right? Alma looked at me with determination. I didn't want anyone to know, but since it came to this, I accepted we had no choice. Let's do it tomorrow in front of the town during the morning drink. I quickly shook my head. Alma frowned. Are you scared of how they'll react? Okay, during class then, at least. It's a smaller amount of people. Are you okay with that? I nodded. I'm ready to go to bed. Alright, it's a deal. Alma, I looked at her like a scared child. After we do that, will things get better? Yeah, I promise. They'll start respecting you. I'll make sure of it. I smiled. A low growling sound came from my stomach, accompanied by a pang in my abdomen. Alma stared at my stomach for a second, then laughed. That scared me. Did you not eat this morning? And I think we missed lunch, too. I nodded. I felt a little dizzy. Dizzy? Your blood sugar is probably low. What's a blood sugar? Here. I'll give you some food off my plate later. From her shoe, she pulled out the second packet of Bobot, the wrapper a little wet. Aren't those for Nin? Mercy, Nin's plotting to kill you, remember? So they're not for Nin anymore. Of course not. Even if she's my sister, I won't let her lay a hand on you. What? This is my revenge. She pushed the candy into my hand, and I opened the packet. One went into my mouth, the candy coating and chocolate melted under my tongue. Already I felt a little better. But it feels mean. Why do you say that? I spoke between bites. We should do unto others as we would have them do unto us. About that. Huh? The sound of someone running through the grass interrupted Alma. They panted hard. Nin, why are you here? I've been looking for you two all day and... That's my Bobot, isn't it? The one you promised to give me? I hid the packet in the folds of my dress, shaking in fear. That was the last one, and you know it's my favorite candy! You're doing it again! Doing what again? Drama? Literal drama. You're being weird again, Angelica. Why? Why? I thought you'd come to your senses after all that's happened to us, but you're doing the same thing you always do. Why do you care what I do? You're so nosy. Go away. Now you're brushing me off? Why? Why? Don't you feel any remorse? Nin looked at me, then back at Alma. What are you talking about? I really wish I knew what you were talking about, Nin. Maybe you can clarify for us. You've got Mercy all confused. Fine. You win. Just get back to the church soon. Ooh, drama over. Nin walked away. Alma and I sat there in silence. I wonder if Angelica was some sort of nickname. Okay. Pretty long nickname. Honestly, she can be so annoying. The two of us got up and started walking back to the town. A question that had been on my mind since yesterday popped into my head. Alma, that song you were singing yesterday. You mean Beggars of San Roque? Mm-hmm. What does it mean? I don't know what you're saying when you sing it. It's a nonsense song. A nonsense song? My mom used to sing it to us all the time. It's a folk song from from before we were born. in the divine world. Oh. It means that not everything is as it seems. How? Well, it's about a town that doesn't exist, where a crippled man is dancing as a mute man sings. The blind man watches, and the deaf man listens. The rest of the verses don't make sense either. If you listen to it without thinking, you'd think it was a nice song about a happy little town. I see. I would imagine the holy woman would learn songs in the scripture, but I guess I must have been wrong. Alma knew a lot of things. By the time we returned, it was already late in the afternoon. The sun began to set. People crowded along a section of the river, the town drinking from the ladles. I watched some people grimace as they drank. I wanted to tell them to stop, but I knew they'd just get angry at me. I looked at Alma for help. She didn't seem to care, going along her merry way. Didn't care? Maybe she was trying to get her mind off earlier? We were approached by the church. When we approached the church, there was a single acolyte standing at the entrance. She was staring at her wrist so intensely I thought she was going to sear a hole in it. Are you alright? The acolyte looked up at Alma, but didn't actually respond for a good few seconds. Huh? Oh. She brushed her wrist languidly and gave us a drowsy smile. Sorry, spider on me. I didn't see a spider on her at all, though. Alma gave her an awkward goodbye, then we headed into the church. The night continued without incident. For some strange reason, everyone seemed so dazed, from the acolytes to the clerics. Anxiety prickled in the back of my head. Oh, everyone's crazy? I woke up the next morning feeling sick. My legs did not obey my commands to get out of bed. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to ask Alma to call it off, but I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't know what they'd do to her if she said something as outrageous as the river is cursed. It might even hurt us more. The yawns are killing me. I can't tell if the water was changed because of Alma or Delilah and Nin. I'm assuming Delilah and Nin. If Alma was really where she said she was. A knock on the door pulled me out of my thoughts. Mercy, it's time for school. Just as my luck would have it, it was Alma. She entered the room when I failed to respond. Mercy? Alma, what's wrong? You don't look so good. I rubbed my arm nervously. Alma, I think we should just tell everyone another day. Alma stared at me blankly, as if I was speaking in another language. Why? I struggled to put my reasoning into words, with malaise distracting me. I don't want you to get hurt. It really don't. I don't know what they'll do to you if you tell them that. Alma wasn't responding. I was starting to get a little uneasy with how intensely she stared at me. Finally, her lips moved. That's so? Fine. Tomorrow it is. Putting it off for every tomorrow? She turned away and headed towards the door. Though she said fine, I couldn't help but feel like we didn't actually reach an agreement. Alma, maybe we can do it. You'd better hurry and get ready for school. We'll have to take a detour to miss the morning drink. Meet up with me at the entrance. Okay. Alma left as soon as she said her piece. More anxious than I was before. What was that? Maybe she could tell I was mostly thinking about myself. I felt immense guilt. Walking to school in the grass fields made me uneasy. One week I tried going to school through the fields so nobody would bully me, but Faust found out and my movements of peace came to an end quickly. But with Alma leading the way, it felt so much safer. When we approached the school, we noticed a few students leaning against the wall or sitting on the ground. I would have assumed they were hanging around before class, but had I not noticed they were talking to each other. They weren't even looking at each other. I glanced at Alma. She too seemed nervous, and she whispered to me, "Are you sure you don't want me to tell everyone?" We weren't talking to each other. What did I read? I not noticed they weren't talking. Did I say were? Although, wait, are you sure you don't want me to tell everyone? I nodded. I felt like a weakling. Please God, don't let this be a sign that it's too late. The bell rang. The teacher entered a little slower than usual. She stood behind the lectern and opened her book of scripture. For a few minutes, she stared at the pages unmoving. Good morning. There were some whispers here and there, but none of the usual buzz of gossip that I'd expect from something as interesting as a teacher acting intoxicated. I glanced at Alma again, but I couldn't read her expression. The teacher gulped. Today's lesson is She rubbed her right temple while leaning on her elbow, then shut the book. You know what? I forget what we were supposed to do today. So why don't we all just go out and draw? Draw? We hadn't had an art day since 6th year. I looked around the classroom to see if anyone was as excited as me, but the best reaction the teacher got were waxy smiles. The brief moment of joy was washed away by uneasiness. The teacher motioned vaguely at Delilah, who stood up and bowed her head. Everyone, form a line of pairs and thirds and follow me. We've only got enough supplies for partner drawing, so please pick who you think you'll get along with. The more thirds, the better. My muscles tensed. Wait, why isn't Delilah spaced out? The class got up in a zombie-like trance and followed Delilah's instructions. Nin and a woozy-looking Clara followed after her. Alma approached her, and we stood right in the center of the line. She chewed her lip and then turned to whisper to me. The fact that she's fine is creepier than the fact that everybody's not fine. I agreed. Maybe it's because she's an heir? Again with the weird magic logic. We walked silently through the hallway until we reached the front. Delilah and Nim were handed out sketchbooks and pencils while Clara stood behind them, sweating. Nin, too, seemed perfectly lucid. She held out a sketchbook to Alma, and Alma took it. Uh-oh. Nin's hands lingered on the sketchbook for a second before she let go. The whole time they glared at me, at one another. I gulped. That's it? That's it? Okay. After everyone received their sketchbooks, we were instructed to head outside on a hill near the school and draw whatever we saw fit. Not everything's about you. I wasn't meant to be about me. I was just expecting Nin and this person to fight. Nin and Alma to fight. Dink, dink, dink. I'm falling asleep. Alma and I sat down at the very top, but our sketchbook remained unopened. We watched as numerous students grumbled and giggled. One person was even squishing something in the grass. Mercy. Alma pulled my attention away from the oddity. Let's forget all this for now. What do you want to draw? I noticed you looked really excited when she said draw. I never saw you so happy before. I smiled. Alma was so smart. She knew how to cheer me up. Actually, I opened the sketchbook and hunched over shyly. I really like to draw. Oh, come to think of it, I think you mentioned you used to draw until the bullying ruined that for you too. You like it that much? I nodded vigorously. My reaction seemed to amuse Alma a lot. Show me what you got. Try drawing us. Okay. I felt nervous drawing with her watching, but I didn't want to be rude and tell her to look away or anything. Nod, W. My pencil moved along the paper as I drew a nice little picture of Alma and I, the charcoal slowly forming unrecognizable shapes. I was out of patience, so I had some difficulties with our hair controlling the stroke. But eventually I managed to finish a piece. Even though it had been so long years, I felt like it wasn't that bad for being a few years out of shape. There. Oh, you're fast. Alma quietly observed my drawing. Why did the music go? Her expression turned from excited to bored. I started to sweat. Why wasn't she saying anything? What's wrong? The wind's back. How do I put this? Usually when someone tells me they can draw, I expect it to look good. My mouth went dry. I'm not the best, but... Uh-oh. Suddenly Alma tore out the page and handed it to me. She was so rough with it, a corner of the page tore off. Here you go. I'm gonna draw next. Okay. Alma took the sketchbook and pencil out of my hand. Sat there, shocked. I stared at my picture. I didn't know what was wrong with it. Sure, it wasn't very realistic, but I like to draw things kind of cute looking. I gripped the edges of the paper. Before my very eyes, the strokes became smudged and inky. When I touched the blotches of ink, they turned out to be damp. I pulled my fingers away and looked at my fingertips. Sure enough, they had little ink in them. Mercy! Someone called my name and it wasn't Alma. I looked around for a place to hide the drawing, but reason caught up to me before I could make myself obvious. I'm so stupid, it's just a vision. I use a pencil, not ink. Approaching us was Delilah. Both Alma and I stiffened, going on the defensive. Delilah smiled at us like nothing was wrong. Her aura felt deceptive, manipulative. Does it though? Delilah's aura this whole season has been not that. No matter what she says, I shouldn't reply. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you draw, so I wanted to... It's different now. Delilah's expression turned grim. I broke into a cold sweat. Alma followed Delilah's gaze, and she too appeared shocked. It's different now, is it? Is it, Wander? Delilah's expression turned grim, and I broke into a cold sweat. Alma followed Delilah's gaze, and she too appeared shocked. What? What's wrong? The two of them looked at each other, then back to me. Mercy, where did you get the ink? Time stopped. It's not right. They shouldn't be able to see it. It's all just a vision. The more nervous I became, the more ink dripped through the paper and onto my skirt. I guess I must have accidentally given you something that produces ink. Sorry. It was my fault. Delilah tried to appear calm. Well, I'm going to tell the teacher we should return to class, so get ready to go back. Okay. Alma didn't say a word when I glanced at her. She only nervously gestured for me to stand up. Okay. The three of us faced the school. From our vantage point, we were able to see the rest of the class's sketchbook. Naturally, my eyes wandered to see what everyone else had drawn. My blood ran cold. My blood ran ice cold. Oh? Okay. Every single picture was drawn in heavy ink, and every single picture was something strange and unrecognizable. Did I pick up the right supplies? Delilah put a hand to her forehead and rushed down the hill. Alma and I didn't know what to say. Okay. We returned to the classroom uneasy. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. On a ginormous cliffhanger. Dies of cringe? No. Dies of veg. I'm so sleepy. I can't stay up anymore. And what better place to end than a cliffhanger, honestly? Am I right or am I right? Ooh. Okay. Nah, but for real, I don't think I can keep up anymore. You can and you will? What? I actually can't, dude. I feel so tired. I'm falling asleep. The amount of times I lost my place. Actually, Let me think about it for a second. Boot up League, Wonder said. I already played League today. I'm all out of juice for League, even. No, you didn't. What do you mean, no, I didn't? It's a new day. Oh. That's what your ass means. Wake up, Grandpa. Shut your relic off. See? You see? Even Wander's surprised that you're awake, see ya? I'm just thinking. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like we still have a long trip to go in this game. Okay. Exactly, so you too? I don't know what that was in reference to. Me too what? Exhausted? This game is exhausting, isn't it? It vibed out. I have to say, the Holy Maiden definitely vibed it out for us a little bit more. Let Ramsey die in peace. I'm holding out for my hopes for it. I'm hoping. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, but I'm barely keeping awake right now. So I think I'll quickly do some work and go to bed. Let Minecraft die already? Minecraft? Oh, MC. I see. Never mind. It all makes sense now. WJ. I noticed when I was reading, I was losing my place so often because I would close my eyes to blink and they'd stay closed extra long. And then when they opened, I was like, what's happening? Where was I? Reading? I was like, where was I? Who am I? How did I get here? Is Delilah evil? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Where do I send you? I haven't gone to raid Winged in forever. I'm gonna send you to Winged. That was me, Wander. Go check out Winged. She's super nice and cool and has a new PNG model. Or a reactive model. I'm going to raid into Winged in forever. I don't know what she's doing today, but she's in the chatting category, so that's cool. She's a fairy potion shop VTuber who does arts and action, adventure, or puzzle games. So go give her a hi, a hello, give her a follow, show her some support if you haven't already. Very quickly, thank you to Z for the 3 stream streak, Broke for the 7, Kuroko for the 10, Ares for the follow, Honey for the raid, Rose for the 5 stream streak, Fricky for the follow, Jefferson for the 4-month resub, Ty for the 7 streak, Honey for the 14-month resub, Vera for the raid, Universe for the raid, Art for the raid, Zolix for the raid, get your daily in Wander, congratulations on the 63 stamps, and Born for the follow as well. I'll be back, not tomorrow, I'll be on Honey stream tomorrow. Oh, wait. Yo, thank you, Wander, for the 40 streak. Holy moly, that's insane. I'm surprised you kept it that long. Yo, W Wander. I'll be on Honey stream tomorrow, so check that out for Fortnite. Otherwise, I'll be back Friday for Dispatch. Okay, bye. Bye, Wander. Bye, Jay. Bye, Sia. Bye, Animal Lurking. Okay, bye, 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 bye.